You're muted. You're muted. We don't know what you said.
Okay.
And
here we are.
It should have been the new intro. I thought I put in the new one, but I guess not.
There's a new intro?
It should have been. And I think you're coming through your computer. But yeah, it should have been. There should have been with the new layout and name. Tentative name. Should have been on there at least.
There's a thank you, I see.
Oh, that's the outro.
Yeah. That's the outro.
Yeah. Yeah. But anyway, what's up, everybody? We appreciate you guys being here for another riveting episode and a riveting week of the afternoon now. Woke Up is a name that you'll really like, so that stayed in there.
Woke Up. That's right.
So we appreciate all you guys hanging out, being here with us today. Jill, how was your weekend?
I'm trying to still figure this thing out. It says that it's using my mic. It is, right?
Yeah, now I can hear you from here.
Yeah, yo, weekend's cool. Almost choked on bread, like, and I thought I was like, oh, I'm good, because I got it. And then I reached over for the drink, and there was no liquid inside, and I went, whoa. I almost died, and I had to just remind myself that you got to chew your food, bro, because bread is bread, bro. Aside from that, like, near-death experience, which I'm not overstating, I really did almost die, because I was like, well, okay, I can keep gulping. I have another drink right there. And there was no drink in the... Shoo! Woo! Yeah, dodged one. Made it, though.
Glad you're here.
Thank you. Did you do anything on the weekend?
No. Besides, like I said, besides just trying to make extra money, I did start working on my very first diorama.
Dinosaur?
No, it's my Illuminati dio. It's gonna be super dope. I finally got all the stuff. Like, I've been going to all these, like, Michaels, and my mom crafts, so she's been telling me, oh, go here, go there, get this, you can use this place, they have this or that or whatever. So I've been going to all those places and getting all the stuff, and it's gonna be really dope. My Illuminati dio is gonna be super fucking dope. When it's done, I'm gonna put it up.
I appreciate Dan the man. Hey, be careful, chill. Yeah, absolutely, right? I don't appreciate here lies chill, death by bread. Because if we bring kids into it too, there are kids who die by choking out to bread. So maybe all you parents or uncles and aunts in this chat can think about that and be a little bit more cautious and think of bread the same way we think of, some of those chemicals underneath the sink in that drawer. Like, we got to be careful with this thing when it comes to our little ones. Okay? People die.
Indeed. Yeah, no, that was it for me. That's all I did. Nothing special.
Really not much happening on the weekend, if you ask me. There was a film festival in Toronto where we got to see a little bit more muscled up Chris Evans. Did you see that question the interviewer asked him?
I did. Yeah, Anna Taylor-Joy's face when she asked the question.
The question was about how, you're playing a role that is an actor past his prime. So how did it feel to, like, play something you could relate to? And Evans just answered the question. I don't think that we can say that Evans really is a failure or his star has fallen or anything. He did the voice on Buzz Lightyear. He's getting jobs. I guess he was in Deadpool, Wolverine also. He's just finished shooting for Avengers, so he knows he's good. I don't know that you can say that there's any problems there. He was on Knives Out, wasn't he? He did Knives Out, right? Yeah,
I think so.
Yeah, man, he's all right. Like, he's getting work, and he's being seen by many. So doesn't really apply to him. Do you? While he's not Captain America every second year at the movie theaters, he still is succeeding in Hollywood, right?
Yeah. I mean, is he getting roles? Yeah, I think so. I just think that I don't agree with her. And what a rude question, by the way. But I think that have I seen conversation and where people have been saying, Chris Evans is, not like, not that he's a bad actor, because I don't think he's a bad actor. It's just that the roles that he does get, it doesn't seem like he's ever able to really escape that Captain, kind of like all of them that have joined the MCU. Tom Holland says he doesn't want to be known as Spider-Man, but that sucks. You are. Evans probably says, I'm sure, and I don't know if he's ever said it publicly that he doesn't want to just be known as Captain America, but you are. Same as Robert Downey Jr. Regardless of his big role he had in Oppenheimer, he's still Tony Stark. So I think with Chris Evans, it's like a thing where he gets roles, but I don't know that any role he's had since Captain America has surpassed Captain America. Not people perceiving him as Captain America, just the role itself being bigger than that of Captain America.
That wasn't the only interesting question that was asked this week. There was the one where Andrew Garfield, Iowa Debris, and a third actress were asked from like an Italian about how
yeah.
The Black Lives Matter, you actually have that clip you sent, right? Here it is.
Yeah.
She asked after the Me Too movement and the Black Lives Matter movements. She was asking the two white guys.
Well, okay. Can you repeat that? And I can, with your sunglasses on, I can't tell which of us you're talking.
Shout out to Julia.
She gave her a chance.
Mm-hmm. Sorry, I know that that's not for me, and I don't know if it's personal for me, but I just none. I think it's not at all. I think maybe hashtags might not be used as much, but I do think that there's work being done by activist people every day. It's important work. It's not really active for a reason. What was really charged? And that work isn't finished at all. Maybe not mainstream coverage in the way that it might have been, daily headlines in the way that it might have been 8 or so years ago. But I don't think that it means that. That's what I would say.
And the movements have been halted. Yes. The movements are still absolutely alive, as we said, what I was. Label the coverage, or like witness this, or kind of.
All three of them. That makes me want to watch their movie. What's it called? After the Hunt? Yeah.
Another rude, racist, I would say, in that situation, why you would ask them about Black Lives Matter. It's kind of like Drake going to Bobby Altoff about talking about being a culture vulture. Why those two would be asked that question instead of herself, I'm not sure. Also, not related to this question, and not being rude when I say this solidified I don't want her as Storm.
Oh yeah. Does anyone like give you pushback on that? I feel like most people on the internet are saying that.
Oh really?
Every time it's offered up, the top comment will be like, hell no.
Oh, okay. I just remember there was a time there that she was in the running, I thought. Or according to the scoopers, she was in the running.
Well, they got someone else from the Bear to be part of the Marvel Thunderbolts movie. It's not racist. It's just asking questions. There's nothing wrong with that. I find that like Europeans, let me just say it this way. If English is your second language, okay, and you're trying to be racist, it's much more easier to get you on it because like you're not so smart with it.
Yeah, I mean sometimes, and then they also like to use that as a play. Oh, isn't that I didn't like the girl that the the
Tennis
white
player?
girl, the white tennis player that just went out the black girl. I don't know their names. I don't watch tennis, but apparently this is not her first time doing this. She has a history of doing this and then playing that I'm not from here card. I don't speak your language. That's not what I meant. Racist is racist, and you know what the fuck you meant.
If
So,
you're telling
yeah.
someone you're not intelligent, I don't like. So, like, what did you really mean then? What was the English isn't so good with me? I didn't mean intelligent. I meant you're not into it. I just got the wrong word. What do you what?
Yeah. Yeah.
No, you're not educated. I think was the word. You're not educated.
That's what
just,
she said.
Yeah.
Not educated.
Hello, Tony. Hello, Professor Film Fan. Everyone
What's
else who's in the
going on?
building right here. After the Hunt being promoted, 2 hour, 19-minute movie. It's on Amazon MGM film, and yes, it's got Julia Roberts, not just some third lady. I didn't remember who it was. That's why I got the name wrong. Sorry, all you Julia Roberts fans is. Okay, I'm sure she's good people. Is she one of the good people here who have signed the artists for a boycott or artists for what's exactly the cause? Filmmakers signed a pledge that's stating that they will refuse to work with Israeli companies that are implicated in genocide and apartheid against Palestinian people. That's a lot of names.
It is. It is.
12,000.
Not surprised to see Ruffalo on there at all. Like I said, he has never been quiet on his political views or anything like that. So, yeah, shouts out to them.
They've shut him up once way back then, and now he just doesn't care about it to say anything. I noticed Variety covered this story also, and from the way that they talked about it, it kind of feels like they're putting out the call, like they're telling people who are reading Variety, who are in power, these are the ones you got to watch out for. Don't hire Mark Ruffalo anymore. You get it? Like, because Variety is owned by Penske Media, an Israeli complicit, everything that they're saying. That's what Variety is.
Right. Could be a deal where they are saying like, hey, don't do this, don't do that. But, that turns into a whole nother conversation as far as politics goes and their positions and celebrities, Hollywood and politics and blah, 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 blah. All that stuff. I
don't know if Variety like eliminated their article from their website because I can't find it anymore. I went straight to the homepage. I typed both Palestine and both Israel on their homepage, and I could not find it. You would think it'd be the first one, right? In the past 7 days. No, it's not here.
Maybe they took it down.
Yeah, maybe they took it down.
Maybe so.
No, I got it. I should have typed world Israeli. There it is. And so here are some of those names. We recognize Mark Ruffalo, Io Ed3, who was also in the picture. Includes Emma Stone. Oh, the guy who played Snape, Papa Isidio. He was in Venom. Melissa, we've been knowing about that. That's why the Scream franchise is where it is. Tilda Swinton, she played Ancient One.
Your mic sounds muffled a little.
Okay.
Better.
Tilda Swinton played the Ancient One, Javier Bardem, Josh O'Connor. Lots of names, and I feel like it's just like, hey, look at them. Don't hire them, Hollywood. So look out for that. But it's weird that the companies like Warner Brothers and Disney, they're all tied to Israel. Like are they saying also unsubscribe from Hulu where my show plays because Disney owns it and they give money to the Israelis? Like, what exactly is it? Is it just the fighting aspect of Israel? Is it the weapons? Is it the aiding? How implicated? That was the word they said. Do you got to be? Because even if you're complicit, like even if you're just bystanding and you're like, oh, I'll support this aspect of the Israeli society, but not that. Like I'm still looking at you sideways. Oh, we'll give them weapons for defensive purposes. I'm still looking at you sideways.
Yeah. Indeed.
Yeah. That's That's Hollywood for you, though. I feel like it's politically correct to quote the Italian journalist there. It's politically correct now to say that you're with a pro-Palestinian cause and you oppose genocide, which, hey, it took us 2 years. We're there. The big movie of the weekend, this weekend coming up, will be The Long Walk. Attendants had to walk on a treadmill faster than 3 miles per hour the whole movie or get pulled from the screening and escorted out. That this was the week that it happened. This was an amazing marketing. I loved it, and I feel like they've got a lot of momentum right now with this movie. They're probably gonna succeed. It's gonna launch the dudes' careers. Both of these dudes.
Yeah, and the reviews on it have been really good from people that have gotten to see the early showings of it. They have had nothing but good things. But I mean, typically, when the early showings, they typically have nothing but good things to say. But I don't feel like this is one of those films where it's like, oh, they're just saying stuff to say it. I think this, just judging from the 2-minute clip they gave, the trailers that they've given, I'm seated day one for this one. I think it's going to be very good. And they said that nobody had to leave the theater.
Oh, not one. See,
Not
I think
one person was escorted out.
we would have saw the clip if there was somebody who was escorted out.
So then, but Stephen King told them 4 miles was too fast. He said to lower it to 3.
Okay, then we can point our finger at the Stephen King guy, the author.
Yes. I was like, so I don't know if they are, I think in the book, I don't know if they go 4 miles. I've not read the book, but I don't know if they go 4 miles per hour in the book or not. But I guess for the actual walking of the theater, he said that was too fast. But there were no stakes, though. I mean, you just get kicked out. So was it too fast?
You could do it 4 miles, and then halfway in the movie, when we realize we just eliminated all of the journalists, we can bring it down to 3.
4 miles. Yeah, you'd kind of be doing a light jog at 4 miles.
Yeah,
You're not really walking.
just enough to get some eliminations. Like it's a rumble match. Correction, it will be Demon Slayer will be the big movie this weekend. Oh, sorry. I'm surprised The Long Walk isn't in any premium screens, at least not in the DC area. So then what movie is on those premium screens right now?
Conjuring, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, Conjuring, which kicked ass this weekend.
It did. Shocked. Actually, I'm not shocked.
They say Demon Slayer.
I need to see it. I haven't seen it. I need to see it before I.
3 miles per hour is pretty fast if you're short like me. Jumping over to the box office this weekend because, yes, The Conjuring Last Rites opened to $83 million domestically. Crazy number. Crazy number. Friday was 34 mil, 30, then 18. This horror movies are not supposed to do this, but this one did. And it says Warner Brothers. Another hit from Warner Brothers. They just got off of was it Weapons? What was that recent Warner Bros? Was it? And look at this. Weapons. They do Conjuring. Sinners was also horror, scary. They're nailing it with R-rated movies.
Yeah.
And Minecraft, which is G-rated, PG.
Yeah. Yeah, no, they're doing it. Conjuring, this is the last one, so they say. I think this is obviously the last film that we'll see with Ed and Lorraine. There could be spinoffs that they do. Maybe the spinoffs of them, when they're younger, taking on cases. Something like that. I don't feel like the Conjuring universe is dead. You still got stuff with the Nun, and if they continue to do that, or whatever they continue to do with Annabelle or whatever. But obviously with Ed and Lorraine being older, this was it. I have not seen it yet. I want to see it. I love horror films, and the first Conjuring film, oh, bravo! I will forever clap for that. This one, I need to see it. Because that last trailer just did not do it for me, but I need to see it. And I keep seeing, these damn TikToks that people keep believing are real of these people being possessed at the theater. I'm like, no. The studio sent somebody in there. hey, this theater's packed. Because a friend of mine sent me, he's like, here's another one. Look, this theater's packed. He's like, yeah, because they probably like, hey, this is a packed theater. Take your ass in there. We'll pay you and have a big, show. People are going to post that. No, come on. No one's getting possessed in the last rides.
They've mastered the marketing. See, that's why all the movies do so well.
Yeah. Yeah. And they actually, the marketing for strangers or whatever, that's been pretty good too. I guess there was like a music festival. They just had them just standing in the crowd. Imagine being at the music festival. You have no idea what the fuck's going on. Just them just standing there. That'd be freaky as fuck. Good marketing.
Scary marketing. Super chat. Let me go horror for you.
Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof.
I'm Too Fly says Catholics love their possession stories.
Yeah. Yeah. I love a good paranormal possession story. Those are fun.
I can't believe that that's a true statement too.
Those are fun.
Smile marketing campaign was great. Yeah, some people at subway stations smiling and looking the way that they look.
Oh yeah. The having them placed at the big games and shit. That was brilliant. That was great.
And Toy Story is getting re-released in theaters this week. Well, we'll see what it does. I don't think that's not Star Wars. Toy Story. People have seen it enough times at home. It's animated. I don't really got to re-experience this. I could be proven wrong though. Purple, what do you think it'll do then? How well will Toy Story's re-release perform? Final Destinations, I forgot to mention, was another Warner Brothers hit this weekend. This year. Yeah, they nailed it.
That's
their
right.
seventh
Have Final Destination.
They opened to 40 million again for the 7th time.
Ooh.
And Perp says, when are we going to tell Ed and Lorraine's real story though?
Everybody keeps saying that. A lot of people are saying that Ed and Lorraine were big phonies or fakes or whatever. I don't know. Maybe they were.
Okay. I thought Perp was going to answer with what his prediction was. Maybe he's watching on a lag, though. It's all good. Let's move over to the next story to cover, which would be Giancarlo Esposito.
Giancarlo Esposito. What is he yelling about?
Is done because it's been used.
Hold on. I botched that.
This summer has been the worst summer for movies since 1981. No one is going to the movies. Why? Well, we stacked it upon ourselves, right? So the article points to the reboot is done because it's been used too many times, right? So that's been the strategy to get us all back. But there has to be a new strategy, a new thinking, and some compassion and understanding that money isn't everything. You got to give to get. It's a circle, and that's, coming back to working in LA, we work within the community first, and then it works out. It spins out to the world. We have the ability. We have the artisans, we have the filmmakers, we have the directors, and we have the money. So why not give and take a little bit and bring some enthusiasm back into the theaters so we can all see movies together again?
I didn't know it was the worst since 1981.
I
don't believe that. I mean, maybe
know.
adjust for inflation type. I wanted to hear the criteria for that.
Yeah. I agree with him as far as the remakes thing.
Yeah, but what did we say when we saw the Pixar thing? The Pixar girl in the car. She said, "Whoa, you don't want to support the originals."
Oh, yeah, that's true.
That's
true. That's true. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what it is. People not going to the movies. I mean, can't really say people aren't going to the movies. I use this as the example all the time. People are just going to the movies for shit they want to see. I mean, i.e., there were billion-dollar films this. There have been billion-dollar films this year already. So people are going to the movies. They're just going to the movies for shit they want to see. If it doesn't interest them, then why go to the movies? And then on top of that, how much everything cost. Um, you know, gas is not cheap. I'm spending gas money to get there. On top of spending gas money to get there, if I have a family of 2 or 3, how much is going to cost me for all those tickets we're spending at the concession stand? Um, you know, and so it's like, why would I spend all that when rent's due in 2 days?
And I can just wait 2 months for this thing to be on streaming.
Right.
I can, easy it is to tell my kid no, no, we'll get it later. It'll be on streaming. Let's just watch. Well, the thing that I told you 2 months ago, wait, it'll be on streaming. Let's just watch that movie right now instead.
Right. And then it's like, I know he wasn't specifically talking to the movie goers when he said money isn't everything, but that's easy to say when you are in a position that Giancarlo was in. For those of us that are not in that position, brother, money is something that we're thinking about. I can't speak for everybody. I think speak for my household quite often, damn near all day, every day. So yeah. There's a lot of other factors that go. Well, I think money's the biggest factor that goes into it because again, people are going to the movies, but they're going for the shit that they want to see. So if it's like, hey, we talked about this during the month of July, having to pick and choose. Some people probably had to pick and choose between seeing Superman, Jurassic Park, and Fantastic Four. Because again, when I saw all 3 of those movies in IMAX, well, I didn't see Jurassic Park in IMAX. They didn't show it in IMAX. When I saw the Superman and Fantastic Four in IMAX, that was 2 tickets. That's $43.
See how crazy that is?
Yeah, that's $43.
You can purchase Superman digitally for $30 too. And that only took whenever Peacemaker came out that week. He made it available. So why are we doing that to ourselves? And that's how the movie theaters and the tickets decrease, because you've trained everybody to just wait a little bit longer and we'll get it at a discount.
Yep.
As far as the original content stuff, Mike does say just because a film's original doesn't mean it's good. Yeah. But it means I'll give it a chance, though, if I know what I'm getting. Even with Christopher Nolan, who's been doing original films, his brand of Nolan, the familiarity there, that's what I'm going for. I know what I'm going to get. When I see Toy Story 5, I know what I'm going to get. Same with right now. What's in the theaters? The Conjuring? The Conjuring fans know what the other Conjurings did for them. And it conjured up themselves into the movie theater. They conjured up their car keys, and then they conjured over. As the corn conjured into a popcorn. I know I'm misusing that one. It's the experience that makes going to the theater magical. I think, Eugene, they still do go to the movie theaters. They just go once and twice a year, which makes it magical. Yeah. Conjured up. The ticket price, you're muted.
That's why I haven't seen The Conjuring this weekend. It's just like, I want to see The Conjuring, but at the same time, $43 for the ticket. I don't like. I've seen people say, well, just don't go to the concession stand. What? I'm not going to the movies and not getting a large drink and a large popcorn. That's just not. What am I doing when I'm sitting there? Am I just sitting, watching the movie? Everybody else around me is just eating popcorn. I'm just.
Could you put a drink inside your coat, something like that?
Oh, I've brought Chick-fil-A in before, so yeah, it's very possible. You can do all that stuff. Like I said, to be honest, when it comes to the theaters here, I don't know if it's just like a trusting the community type of thing, but they don't even. I can't tell you the last time my ticket was scanned or anything like that. You can just walk in, honestly.
So I'm a popcorn guy. The drinks, though, no. Well, partly because I've been boycotting every company that's complicit, like Coca-Cola. So, and they're the ones who are at the major theater chain for me. So that's probably the main reason. But I've been trying to not drink drinks like that and just sit for no reason. Water is sufficient, or I could bring my own thing. Bringing my own drink in my pocket or in my whatever I'm wearing, just keep it in a pocket. I'm good.
Yeah, you can always bring in your own stuff. Obviously, it's not
What about A-list?
advertised or promoted by the theater, but for sure.
So how about A-list? A-list will just take care of the movie ticket, not the popcorn.
What is A-list?
A-list is AMC's partner program, like rewards program.
Oh no, see, I don't go to AMC, Regal.
Doesn't Regal have one of those buddy systems?
They have I have an app that you can purchase your tickets through. It goes to your points, rewards, and things like that. So yeah, it goes into your rewards, and you have different rewards that you can use. And I believe that's something that like basically they take care of, like you were saying, the concession stand. Like I think the last time, because I didn't have my bucket, I think I threw my bucket away, so I had to get a new one. I think that popcorn cost me $2 because of the rewards I had, points I had built up. So yeah, they have stuff like that, free drinks, free block, all that kind of stuff. But sorry, yeah, Regal Unlimited.
Cargo pants and cargo shorts, great for sneaking in food. You get to see 4 movies a week for $26 a month. Well, do you see 4 movies a week usually?
Do I?
Yeah.
No. Like
But it's
at
good
home?
to know you could if you wanted to.
I guess so.
To go to the movie theaters.
Yeah, I guess so.
I go to Regal as well, but a lot of movie theaters have full-blown restaurants and bars nowadays. So dinner and a movie. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I know at the Warren, they have the, just the one here. They have the kitchen where you can order, and they'll bring you, depending on what theater you're in, they will bring you your food. You can eat it while you're watching.
Yeah, we got that. It's called VIP. It's extra, though. It's like, so, I mean, it's extra, like it's unneeded. It's just, who cares, bro? Just get ready, get there before the show, and you know what I mean? AMC A-list has been a lifesaver for me. Well worth it if you see more than 2 movies a month.
Nice. Yeah, there's just not a good AMC close.
What can
All
the
of our
movie
AMCs are in the malls.
How could they keep us in the movie theater for longer than just the 2 hours? Like, how could they make us come earlier? But also, how could they make us stay later? Arcade?
They can't. I doubt it. Why the hell? No. There's nothing I think the movie, unless the movie, you give them free money, sure, I'll stay. There's nothing you can do for me outside of a post-credit scene that's going to keep me longer in the movie theater. The only thing that gets me there early is because I like previews. I like the trailers. Other than that, nah, the hell am I staying around for?
I don't like the trailers, but I come early because just like I'm paying for something, don't make me miss the first 3 minutes. So there's like a need to be early, okay? But also, they have attractions like the Barbie kind of fake toy box, and you can stand in and take your photo in there. And I've participated in some of those where I will take a photo outside the Thunderbolts cereal box, right? Like I've done things like that at the cinema. You've never done that? Even that? Like that takes some time, right? It keeps you in the movie theater for a few minutes. Just, wait in line for that family. Now it's your turn. You do the picture. They got to have more attractions like that to make us not only think about, racing right past it to go to the concession stand to get our popcorn and try to run in the movie theater. We should be like in the lobby lounge area. Well, there's so much things to do, movie related. I'm a movie fan. Oh, like I want to stand up next to a fake Peter Dinklage. This is how short Peter Dinklage is in this movie. And I go, well, take that photo. Like I want to enjoy things.
Yeah, I don't know that. I don't know if there's anything they could do to keep me. Like I said, talking about, hey, yeah, we're giving free money. That's other than that, I gotta go. What am I here for? The arcade thing. No, still because I mean I don't go to arcades now, but like we have Heyday, we have Dave and Buster's, the main event, places like that which you could go to unless they like unless the theater is like in one of those things. Like yeah, like I said, the AMC. I think we have one AM. The big AMC I think is downtown near downtown. But the other AMC's are like in the mall. So like once those people finish watching the movie, or if they show up to the movie early, they're walking around the mall, or after the movie, walking around the mall or whatever. But
So now I, as AMC, and this applies for all the chains, Cineplex here, I got to invest in that arcade. And I got to play that arcade's ads right before our movie. Hey, check out the rec center, and it's right there across the street. And encourage people to move right over there right after the movie theaters, which they do here. So maybe that AMC should own something outside of the AMCs, and that happens to be just a stroll away. You don't even have to move your car from the parking spot, and you can just stroll over and play at that arcade, or activities galore at that place. That's what they should do.
Yeah, merge with them. I see. Yeah, like Blue said, and I think Xavier said it too. Merge with Dave and Buster's.
Makes sense to me. So here are some of those flicks currently releasing in 2027. Avengers Secret Wars, The Batman, Part 2. Sonic 4, Ice Age Boiling Point, Quiet Place, Part 3. Ooh, Part 3 is going to have Emma. It's going to have what's her name? John Krasinski and Emily Blunt.
Yes.
Okay. The Hunt for Golem, that's the Lord of the Rings. Have you seen one yet?
No.
Not me either. Star Wars Starfighter is 2027. Superman Man of Tomorrow. Godzilla vs. Kong Supernova. The Zelda movie. How to Train Your Dragon 2. Live action, right?
Mm-hmm.
A Pixar movie called Gato. That's Spanish for cat. Frozen 3. Shrek 5. Spider-Verse. The Passion of the Christ 2. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2. And Thomas Crown.
Don't know what that is. But
No.
these others, that's a big year for some movies.
Yeah, that's 9 plus 9, which is 18. And there's 52 weeks a year. So every third week, basically. Some of these will release on the same day, though.
Yeah. Yeah, some good movies here. Good movies. A lot of these I'll be seeing. A lot of those I'll be seeing. I don't know that I won't be seeing Frozen. I was never on the Frozen bandwagon like that. I'll be checking out Zelda, Ice Age, Batman, Avengers. Oddly enough, I'm most interested in The Passion of the Christ 2 out of all of these, just because the way Mel Gibson has described it, my interest is so intrigued with this fucking movie. Just want to see what he's doing.
Some bangers. Love Lord of the Rings. The Thomas Crown is a remake of Pierce Brosnan and Juliana Moore's movie. It's a classic that's been remade several times. All right.
I see.
It's a franchise film, but then. You know what my takeaway was? Look at this. Shrek 5, Ninja Turtles. There's more green representation than there is black leads. Every single one of these is either an animal or a troll or somebody Caucasian in the lead. Oh, except for Spider-Verse. So I forgot Spider-Verse, yeah. There we go. Miles Morales holding it down. Would you change Miles Morales' name from Spider-Man to something more unique that he can stand on his own?
No, I've had this conversation with you. He is Spider-Man. I'm not. I don't think that way. I think he's Spider-Man.
You are in the majority. 62%. Well, it was only 8 votes. This doesn't count.
Zendaya is in Shrek.
Small sample size. Who said that?
I am soul amazing.
All right. The lead character of Shrek is Mike Myers, Shrek. The character that he plays on screen has green skin. It's not. I said lead role. Maybe you missed that part. Just rewind it. Lead roles. TMNT got black lead.
Lawrence said, "What even would he be?" Yeah, that's funny.
Next,
What is next?
we're going to Westeros. So Olivia Cook, on the hate that her and the House of the Dragon cast have received from fans.
Weird.
I haven't read this yet, but I hope they mean like, we hate your character type hate. So it says, some of the fans have been effing horrible to our cast. It makes me really angry that we're then supposed to just bow down and pay obeisance to these people that only want to say the most debased, hate-filled things. But thankfully, we've all experienced it in our own way, and we've got each other, which doesn't make it right.
People are weird. You have to stop messaging these actors that play roles.
Yeah.
Like she's not actually Alicent. She doesn't live in Westeros. There's no dragons. It's kind of like the equivalent. I mean, not that these people, none of these actors are getting treated the way Joffrey was treated, which is insane. But even what's his name? Even though I didn't watch Power, didn't he receive shit all the time? The young kid from Power.
They do. And if I seen one of those actors who I hate, if I see them in real life, I'm going to respect the human being and give them the head nod or the, oh, hey, it's you from Thing. Hey, keep it up. Even when they're the villains. Because I get it. If I see a wrestler I hate, and I truly hate, I'm going to still, oh, WWE's in town. Yeah, okay, I'm getting my tickets. I'll see you at the show, man. You're the best. Like something like that. Like I don't do that. That's crazy, ridiculous.
It's weird. It's extremely weird. I think it's borderline a mental issue. The fact that you can't separate reality from fantasy, and that you are messaging these people, you are so when you look their name up, you are looking up their actual name. You're not looking up Alicent. You're looking up Olivia Colman. So you have to differentiate that they are two different people, that they're not real. So it's weird. It's strange to me when people get so involved with celebrities. It is so strange. I will never not pin that as strange. Never. If you are one of those people that message celebrities or you're weird. You're weird. Like, why are you that invested in these people's lives that don't even know you?
Any exceptions
So
though?
weird.
I DM'd Damson Idris like a couple weeks ago.
Yeah,
Weird?
but are you DM and said like, are you, if you care to tell, like, was it?
I said, thank God you're not playing to child.
Okay, that's not weird though. Like these people like that message, like I said, or Olivia Colman and message her as if she's Alicent. No, that's weird.
All right, is this okay? This is Tony Weaver to T-Pain.
You a boy when I'ma help you learn to read.
What's going on, T-Pain? Can I call you Teddy? I'm Tony. Even though I can't sing, I can read. But did you know that reading levels for kids have gotten low? So I sprung into action and founded the NFL, Nerds for Literacy, a charity that's fundraising $100,000 to donate books to kids at underfunded schools and libraries. We got 3 weeks to hit our goal, or we're chopped and screwed. I know you got money, but you're also a major figure in the nerd community. So I'd like to join you on stream to tell the masses about Nerds for Literacy. I'll bring my holographic Pikachu. And if you'd like me to throw down some bars, I'd be happy to do that too. I beseech you, Mr. Payne, join the Nerds for Literacy. Help us get kids books so they can have joyful epiphanies. Nappy boy! Okay, love you, bye. I'm a bye.
I just wanted to squeeze that into a stream, and I found a reason to, for his Nerds for Literacy campaign. And he's awesome. I met him in real life at Nerd Cons in Atlanta. Sick.
Yeah, Yeah, that's cool.
Oh yeah, leave our celebrities alone unless it's for things like that, or getting Meg the Stallion, or to your DreamCon event or whatever it is that Tony Weaver does. He's cool. Do that. Do it that way. Don't do it the other ways where you really try to make their date, like you take it so seriously that they may need like extra security in the places they go to.
Yeah, the only time I think I've ever messaged a celebrity, because I really can't think of a time that I didn't privately message Oprah. That was publicly. Like when I got banned from my actual Twitter, from her and Gail's whack ass comments on Michael. That wasn't me DMing them. Now, the only time I've ever DM'd a celebrity that I can actually think of, because I can't actually think of a time that I've done that, was the chick, and this is the chick from How to Get Away with Murder that played Emily Sinclair. I messaged her, and she actually messaged. We had like a back and forth for like maybe 3 different messages, because I just told her, I was like, I said, first of all, I think you're a fantastic actress. I said, I cannot stand your character. I said, you are doing such a good job. And I wasn't expecting her to reply. And she did. And she was like, oh my gosh, thank you. She's like, I guess I did my job. She's like, yes, I even hated myself at times. And we had like a back and forth.
Those are the best ones, bro. When
yeah,
things
those
like
are
that
fun.
happen.
Those are fun. But I wasn't like, oh my God, Emily Sinclair, fuck you for what you did to Annalise. Like, that would have been weird, right? Like, yeah, so it's weird.
Grand Regent says, just watch Damson Idris and Brad Pitt, the F1 movie. That dude would make a great T'Challa, man. Whole time I watched it, that's all I kept seeing was T'Challa. Here's another example of what you just kind of were talking about. So Star Wars Holocron 3 days ago, they said the character of the day is Ezra Bridger. We see all the Ezra, right? And because this actor was pictured, he goes to Twitter, Iman Asfandi, and he says, "Let's go." And he had a cool little interaction with the account, with the account that posted it, right? Like, that's nice. That's nice when the actors see that and they're like part of the fandom, part of the thing. That's cool. I like that. That's what internet's supposed to be used for, and we should resume using it that way for all of our famous actors. Denzel told Michael B. Jordan recently, like, stay off of that social media, make them have to pay to see you. And I kind of disagree. I think that's like old man advice. I think be present, have yourself in on the timeline often, even for things like that girl L'Oreal. Remember she said, we went to science class and you used to be the corny kid. Remember that the interaction he had right before Creed? That helped. Like, we want to see you go viral for literally anything. It'll just keep you in our attention. Then when you have a movie, we'll be thinking about you as a big star because you never left sight.
Yeah.
Me and Tad Ochocinco used to talk a lot, and another football player too, Chris Johnson. Lots of fun.
Yeah, when you do talk to celebrities, when you do have that opportunity and you do get to speak to some of them, I'm not a person, again, the only people that I would have ever done that with are both gone. So I'm not a person where, I can give you an example. Through AAU, I have seen a lot of athletes, met a lot of different athletes. I have Jermaine O'Neal's number in my phone because we talked quite often when I was trying to get my team to Texas and all this kind of stuff. So, like, we saw LeBron, the boys are, that's LeBron. We saw Pimpin'. I was like, hey, what's up, Scotty? It's cool. The same thing. We saw Dre. I think even with Steph, I wasn't like I stood out, like when Steph came here, I stood outside and waited for him, but I wasn't like, oh my God, it's Steph. Like, I just wanted, like, hey, bro, can we get a picture? Boom. That's dope. Let's go. I'm not like, only Michael Jackson and Kobe Bryant are the only 2 people I would have done that for, and they're both gone. So
you haven't met me. Jermaine O'Neal, when he was here, he was dating somebody, and I know somebody who knows a family member of who he was dating, and that's it was the son of Jermaine O'Neal's girlfriend at the time, whatever their relationship was. And that son would get it at school, like Jermaine O'Neal's mom. Your Jermaine O'Neal's with your mom right now, like you're in science class, and like, like, anyways.
Yeah, like my sister's. I make sure I say it right because it's her cousin. It's on her father's side. Her cousin, and he's Mike. It's not my cousin because anyway. So her cousin is in the league. He's in. He just got drafted. This was big. It was huge. I mean, we've been watching him. We've all said since he was a kid, "Oh, you're gonna end up in the league," and he's there. So it's like, they had people here for, and I wonder what Marcus thinks about this past weekend, with OU. Not an OU fan by any means, but they are hyped for that win. But there were a lot of celebrities here. I was shocked. There's a lot of people here. I was like, what the fuck? OU is that big? What the fuck?
Well, the television, like there's going to be 3-4 million people watching. They're going to do the cutaway. Look who's also here. And they want to wave at the camera. They're there for that.
Yeah, I was very shocked with the amount of star power this game pulled to Norman, of all places.
Mm-hmm. I think they did the same thing that one week, Colorado, when they debuted that first game. Rock was there. Everyone was there for Deion Sanders' debut as a coach. I had a chance to meet Kobe back in 2000s, but I froze. I did the same with Samantha Mumba. Grand Region Thrax says, I saw Kobe play when he was at Lower Merion. My school was in their conference. I saw him twice in high school.
Wow.
I wish I could say I saw Kobe or I went to school with whoever, Shea Gillich Alexander, or like, well, that's him. Yeah, he was really good back in the day. And then every time I turn on the TV, it's him. It's like that guy from back when I was in high school. That would be cool to have somebody like that. But I can't say I have. You probably have, right? With Trey Young, right?
I didn't go to school with Trey.
You saw him play.
I knew Trey. Norman. It's not bigger, but it's not a big, Yeah, so he grew up here. No Trey. George Kettle. Who's George play for?
George Kittle?
Yeah.
Jersey?
Is that who he plays for? Is that who George plays for? George went to Norman High.
You said plays for? I'm thinking of someone else. My bad.
Yeah, football. He did the Venom commercial and all that stuff. Anyway, him and I don't know
him. This is a football player. Yeah.
I don't know George like that, but we ran in some of the same circles. So like
49ers.
It was always like a what's up type of deal. So George, Jordan Evans, there's a couple of others. Lindy Waters, who was with the Warriors. I don't know who Lindy's with now. There's a couple of people that Oklahoma has produced.
Anybody your age though? Was Blake Griffin your age?
No, Blake's before me. My age is just George.
I know you saw Grady Dick.
Yeah, but Grady was like, I coached against Grady often, and we're Snapchat friends. That's about it. And what's his name? The kid that plays for like a lot of that class with Grady from some of my boys. We played against a lot of them. Like what's the kid that plays for Colorado? Young, blonde head. I forget his name. He was with Kansas. We played against him. Like I said, through AAU, I saw a lot of different athletes. That's about it, though. Not really like movie stars, just athletes.
Back to Star Wars and the stories today. Tony Gilroy says future Star Wars creators should focus on unexplored corners of the galaxy. I mean, there's how many billions of beings in that galaxy? How many corners of it have been unexplored? Yes, Tony, but hopefully with the Force and some of the mystical things that make Star Wars Star Wars.
Yeah, it's funny because he's saying this as if, like, when he's, what? There's so many different corners of the galaxy. Yeah, Tony, we've been saying this for years. I don't know if this is groundbreaking news that he's, or whatever, but yeah, we've been saying this for a long time. We've been saying there's different corners. So why did you choose Andor? If you know there's different corners, why did you choose that corner that's already been explored? Also, he's also said that they were doing unusual projects over at Lucasfilm currently. Star Wars is doing a bunch of unusual projects. I wonder what those unusual projects could be. I don't know if that's, again, maybe he is hinting at something he already knows, different corners of the galaxy that those unusual projects are taking place in. I'd like that, sure. But while we're going to these unusual parts, as he did mention other species, let's explore that as well. Not everybody has to be human. Even in Andor, how many aliens were actually in Andor? I didn't watch Andor, but from the clips and things, were there aliens in Andor?
Not many. The budget won't allow for that on a TV show.
Which is insane to me, because George did it with whatever budget he had. And I mean, maybe people don't want to go practical. I don't know what it is.
That's but you got to make a practical.
You got to make a practical suit. Then I'm sorry.
Species.
Sorry. You're in Star Wars. If the budget won't allow for it, then you got to allow what the budget will. And that if it's practical, then you've got to go practical. So I would like to see more aliens. I would like to get away from. I'm not saying don't have humans. Obviously have humans, but like let's have a main character. Like I even said for Starfighter or whatever the new Star Wars movies they're doing, have the main Sith be alien. Have Matt Smith not just be Matt Smith, human Matt Smith. Have him be an alien. We haven't had any type of anything like that. So, yeah, explore these other corners and galaxies, and hopefully, it seems like they are not straying too far away from Legends material any longer. I don't know if that's because Dave is CCO. I don't know if it's because maybe Kathy is truly on her way out, or maybe they've realized, hey, we've had 20 plus years of material over here we could have been using. Let's use it. So if they are going to those unusual corners, and we're talking Eustan Vaughn, we're talking the Gris, we're talking Abeloth, we're talking other type Mortis gods, things like that. Yeah, sure, that's fun. Let's do that. Let's explore other corners of the galaxy.
Sure. So good answer, Tony Gilroy. And I don't want you to be the guy who's behind this. I don't want you to. And it doesn't sound like it from the quote. He's not saying I need to do that. He's saying there's how many billions of beings in the galaxy, how many corners of it have been unexplored. He's not talking about himself. He's talking about future Star Wars creators. Good. Yes. All right. Hopefully they can like your show, respect you enough, and go, yeah, that's right. And it's really not up to them, though. It's up to Dave Filoni, who's in charge of this thing, the creative officer over there. I'm happy with what Star Wars has in the future. Until Dave Filoni lets me down, I'll be happy and continue to be happy for the future of Star Wars. Mandalorian Grogu movie happening 10 months from right now. No, 8 months from right now. We're getting closer to May.
Yeah. And they still haven't even given anything for that. No trailer, no nothing. No nothing for that. No nothing.
Nothing.
So yeah.
Publicly. Nothing publicly, right? They've always just given you things at celebrations, and if you were live there at Disney 23 last year, they had it. Not to us. There's nothing. Too bad.
To the public. Crazy.
Yeah. So thanks, Tony. Super chat.
Clickety clank, clickety clank. The money goes into my piggy bank.
Abeloth is a fantastic character and would make an even better movie.
Yes, she is.
With build-up.
Yes, she is. She's supposedly coming, and thank you so much for that very generous super chat, NYC. She's supposed to be coming in the Ahsoka Season 2 trailer. Rumored.
So they're going to build her up in Ahsoka Season 2? Great. Damn, I have to rewatch that one Clone Wars arc where they visit the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Oh, sorry, wrong franchise.
Not franchise.
The Passion of the Christ.
Yeah, but they don't mention Abeloth in that. she's only mentioned in like the legend stuff. But if they do bring her in, that'd be really dope. I would love to see it. I would love to see it.
I'd like to see it too.
Yeah, I mean, they're really taking those big swings and they're actually daring to do, oh my gosh, weird shit in Star Wars. Whoa.
One more super chat.
My money don't jiggle jiggle, it folds. I'd like to see you wiggle wiggle for sure, and make me wanna dribble dribble.
Star Wars is a lot bigger than just the Force. Andor's 4 Emmys. I swear to God, I'm Too Fly Cam paid like a $2 super chat like a week ago to say the same thing, and it's not like I softened my stance when I said it. So why he persists, I am lost.
Yeah. But see, I let me preference it this way. I think we had this conversation last time. I preference it this way. If they would have sold Star Wars in the 70s as a space battle, no force, no lightsabers, no Darth Vader. Yeah, sure, you have Darth Vader, but he has a gun. You got Luke, he's got a gun. I don't think that hits the same. I don't think you have the same epic Star Wars trilogy that came out of George. I don't think that it's not the same thing. The thing that made Star Wars so magical was things happening, quote unquote, in a galaxy far, far away, was the Force, was the mystics around the Force, trying to understand the Force, the lightsabers, understanding Darth Vader's like there's some, it wasn't hanging out with the Imperials. It wasn't like that was great. And it's great that they won 4 Emmys for that. Fantastic for them. I'm so happy that a group of people found it interesting enough to follow a bunch of Imperials around for 2 seasons. That's great. I love it. However, I don't need the 2 seasons for that. All I need to do is watch Rogue One. That's good enough for me. I'm good. But as far as there being more to Star Wars than the Force, I absolutely hate when people say that. The Force, it's literally what George Lucas. Now we're in it. Had he gotten his way, Phantom Menace, Clone Wars, Revenge of the Sith weren't going to be what they were. It was going to revolve around understanding the Force, because the Force is what draws Star Wars. My Lord. So, no. Yeah, so no, that's why that whole that weird season 6 of Clone Wars is so weird, and you get that Wills episode, because even then George was putting his influence. No. Let's force the importance of the Force and what it really means. That's why you get that whole weird arc with the Wills. Come on, bro. Like the Wills were going to even be the main driving force of episodes 1, 2, and 3. Look that up. It's always about the Force. It's always going to be about the Force.
And I'm not knocking Andor, but it existing for 12 episodes and 2 seasons means that's things we're not going to get that I actually care about. Like there was 2 series I could have wanted to watch. Willow 2, Lucasfilm making that. Lucasfilm also made Indiana Jones. There are 4 things I just don't care about that I could have otherwise. Like I could have had 4 more things from my Lucasfilm over the last 5 years. But Lucasfilm dropped the ball. Halo to Sega. Filoni definitely has Mrs. Chill. No, he does not. The unknown region has been largely untouched, so touch it. Let's go to the unknown region. Let's go to Peridia. Sure.
No, get the fuck off Peridia. What we've seen about Peridia, it's the unknown region's version of Tatooine. Next.
Flycam Tokyo-ish. There, you got your support. NYC supports you.
Oh, I always support you too, Flycam. I love you standing on 10 toes and on business every time you ride for Andor. Hey, so that's why they're fans for Andor.
Andor and Rogue One make the OG trilogy even better, though. I didn't need the original trilogy to be better, but great, perp. Maybe one day.
I will say Rogue One. I can agree to that. I can agree to Rogue One making. I won't say it makes it better. I will just say it adds a layer for me. It doesn't make it better because I still love 4, 5, and 6 even without Rogue One. But having that extra layer to Rogue One, or having Rogue One be that extra layer as it plays right into 4. Oh, I like that.
Next time I see an Andor clip, I won't scroll past it. I'll watch the whole thing. I'll see the whole reel. I'll think it's absolutely super.
Homeboy, man up. I'm a real get money, ball stand up. You see it with the kid. You know what it is.
Grand Grand Regent Threg, $4.99. Not to change the subjects, but have you guys checked out Aliens' TV show, Alien Earth? It's good so far. Real old school Lovecraft fiction, science fiction, body horror.
First of all, thank you so much for the generous super. No, I have not checked it. Not because I don't want to or not interested, just because I haven't yet. And I think now that I'm so, what are they, 5 episodes in? How many episodes are in it? 8? I think I might now wait and just binge it all. But it's not because I haven't wanted to, because I am a big fan of the Alien franchise.
There's only going to be 7 episodes.
Okay, so yeah, I'll probably wait.
They've aired 5.
All right, so yeah, I'll probably wait till the last 2 and then binge it.
And it's real old school Lovecraftian science fiction body horror. That's cool for all the horror fans. I'm not a horror fan, nor am I a fan of the cast like I've done before. I'll do it again since you paid for it. We're about to look at that. Lead actor is Sidney Chandler, and the lead Timothy Oliphant. You know what I mean? Not many reasons for me. Let's show more. There we go. We got that dude there, and Kit Young. And
stop doing that. You did that the last time.
I checked.
He's black?
Yeah, I checked. Yeah.
Let me see. Go click on him.
His family's from Uganda. Like one of his parents are from Uganda.
You don't want to click on him. I'm about to look him up.
I did it before. I just don't want to waste the time. My main thing is like I don't want to get into Alien Earth just because like everyone's white or the main guys are white on this show. Even if it's an ensemble cast, it feels like the top 7 is white. So I'm like, I'll pass on Alien Earth. I'll wait for it to be so overwhelmingly, hugely. You gotta watch Alien Earth before okay, fine, let me watch Alien Earth. But until then, like I'm watching Paradise right now. I think I'm on 4th episode, maybe. I'm looking at other things right now to manage my sugars, as I put it. To manage my sugar. Is it okay if I say that?
Yeah.
There is? Yeah.
Yeah. I'm seeing right now he was in the UK. Where's his I guess his
Uganda.
Come from which I'm assuming what, mom, dad, one of them, because he's mixed with something. Oh, there we go.
Use Control F and then look at Uganda. It'll be on that page.
Well, he doesn't use his that. He I don't see it, but I'm not saying I don't believe you. I'm just saying.
Don't discredit a man's blackness. Don't take it away from him.
I'm not. I just didn't know if he was really black.
Yeah,
I see it. I'm on his Instagram. I see his hair.
Yeah. Fat Albert.
Scared money don't make no money. If I ever go broke, I'ma take your money. I ain't never drop a dime.
I'm Too Fly says, hard disagree. The Force is one part of a whole. That's very limiting. Star Wars can be more adult with themes including politics and espionage. Let's evolve and grow, in my opinion. So I like how the old Star Wars did have espionage politics with the Force. Like, it's just missing this component. While you're telling me that the Force is a part of the whole, well, the Force isn't that much in Andor. Everything else has the Force in it. When I watch Mandalorian, they do have politicians. We've seen scenes of those. We've seen scenes of bounty hunting and sort of the crime and that kind of stuff. And we get the Force because Grogu's there. If I think of every Star Wars project, even Skeleton Crew, yeah, they're kids and everything, and then you're like, oh wow, the Force. But there are adults and pirates and all this other, other pieces of Star Wars. The Force is missing from only this project of Andor. Respond to that one. Hard disagree. The Force is one part of a whole that's very limiting. Star Wars can be more adult with themes including politics, espionage. Let's evolve and grow.
Okay. Well, as I've said, as I just said, you may hard disagree, but the creator, the maker, does not.
He said it's for 12-year-old boys.
Yeah, the maker himself has said that this is just as of recently this year said it's for 12-year-old boys. On top of that, regardless of all those other themes, all those other themes are present even in episodes 4, 5, and 6. Espionage, espionage, politics, all of those things. All those themes are in 4, 5, and 6. All of those themes are in 1, 2, and 3. Even those themes are in the animated Clone Wars show. Those themes are always a part of Star Wars, but at the center of Star Wars, at the heart of Star Wars, what Star Wars is, what it means to even dive into Star Wars, it is the Force. The Force. That is the most important thing when we are discussing Star Wars. How you do Star Wars without the Force, I don't understand. It's like I don't understand that. It's like going to Hogwarts without a wand. What are we doing? It does not work that way. So like even when Yoda talks about the Force, he said, the Force penetrates us, it binds us, it flows through us, all that kind of stuff. Even when you go to the episode with the Wills, like I was saying earlier, the first 3 episodes of Star Wars are not what George wanted them to be. Revenge of the Sith, the Clone Wars, Phantom Menace, that is not what George wanted. But you know what? It would have been a huge fucking snooze fest if he would have gotten his way. Why? Because George wanted to go in on the Force and why the Force binds us, penetrates us, surrounds us, why it flows, all that kind of. He wanted to go into the deepness of the Wills and who the Wills are and why they're the gods of the and all that kind of stuff. Like it wasn't going to be. It wasn't going to be any of this stuff. So you can feel that way and you can have the hard disagreement that you have. That's fine. But Star Wars is none of those other themes without the Force. It's just simply not. The Force literally has its own theme song in Star Wars. Espionage and politics do not. Like the Force itself has its own theme song. So I mean, like the importance of just that aspect of it all, like that's the main crux of Luke's journey in 4, 5, and 6 is the Force. It's not politics. It's not espionage. It's the Force. Like, maybe we're watching 2 different Star Warses, and clearly we are, because people that like Andor, I don't understand it. But again, hey,
people are enjoying something on a streaming service. All right, good for you guys. It's just not mine. I'll express each and every time exactly what Darius did, why it's not for me, and I don't know where else to go. It's kind of a circular conversation.
So this is where you guys have to do your own research from here, because this would be us pulling up the videos and the many times that George has talked about what he wanted and the original scripts and storylines that were going to be episodes 1, 2, and 3. Revenge of the Sith, the Clone Wars were always going to be all in that, but the main focus of all of that was going to be the Wills, was going to be the Force. The Clone Wars was still going to be a thing because the Clone Wars were mentioned in episode 4. Obviously, we had to see what was going to happen to how Anakin became Darth Vader. Those were all still prevalent themes, but at the top of it all was the Wills. So that's where you'd have to kind of do your own research.
Totally. And it does sound like that's what's coming, because Tony Gilroy said also in this quote, There's some things that they're building that are really unusual. I think that lesson of letting your freak flag fly is being taken to heart. And I'm saying, yes, good. That's the Star Wars freak flag. What Tony Gilroy looks at a little bit iffy. That's what I want to see.
Yeah. Just get out the rut. Stay out the rut. Star Wars isn't going anywhere, by no means. They're not going anywhere. They're just, and I'm so far, I'm happy for what the future holds. Do I want to, am I stoked to see Mando and Grogu? I can't say I'm stoked, but I'll see it. Am I stoked to see Maul Shadow? Yeah, hell yeah. I can't wait to see that. I can't say that I can't wait to see Ahsoka season 2. I'm interested to seeing Ahsoka season 2. I'm not nearly as a place I was with season 1. And then Starfighter has my attention. So I'm interested in things they've got going on.
Super. Andor season 2 does mention the Force. You should watch. Yo, there's a mention? What? Oh, it's season 2 mentions it? All right. Let me just skip season 1, all 12 episodes, jump into season 2. Find
and what way did they mention?
You didn't say which episode, right? So I'll just watch the whole thing just so I can get my fill. You got us.
What way did they mention the Force? and even not to harp on this, even
I know he said LOL, he's joking.
I know even in episode 4 though, the Force is still something that is it's like they George makes sure to let the audience understand that even in all the other themes that you mentioned, even all these things that's going on, understand that nothing beats the Force. And I'm taking you to the conversation that Tarkin and Vader walked in on, that all the admirals were having, when he said, nothing can beat this battle station is fully operational, blah, 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 blah. And then Vader tells him, don't be too proud of this technological terror you've constructed. The ability to destroy a planet is insignificant next to the power of the Force, to where he proceeded to choke him. So yeah, George let you know, yeah, this thing can blow up a planet. Nihilus is a planet eater. Come on, and that's the Force. Come on.
Look up Dark Horizons. Jimon Hansu joins the Highlander remake. Okay, I will.
Yeah. When you have time there, I am Too Fly. You should just type in your YouTube search bar, George Lucas on the Force, George Lucas on the Wills, George Lucas on the importance of the Force.
Okay, what am I looking at, NYC? He joins the Highlander remake. This is from Friday, from Garth Franklin. And Oscar nominee Jimon Hansu marks the latest to join the cast of Amazon MGM's remake of the 80s action fantasy classic Highlander. Henry Cavill leads the cast that includes Russell Crowe and Marissa Abella, as well as Hansu's Guardians of the Galaxy co-stars Dave Bautista and Karen Gillan. There we go. That was a movie from 1986. Okay. Jimon Hansu will be in there. He will play an immortal warrior from Africa. Michael Finch wrote the script for the remake, while Neil H. Moritz, Josh Davis, all those people are producing. So that Hansu is playing an immortal warrior from Africa is nice and cool. I don't think that there was an African in a 1986 movie, so I'd rather do this than race swap a white guy. So yeah, that's appropriate. That's always commendable, right? Authentic casting. Way to go. Jimon Hansu. Highlander. You a fan of that franchise?
No. I don't even know what it is. Not sure.
It's a fantasy classic, an action fantasy classic from 1980s. Yeah. Well, I hope that 45 years later, I hope that the movie technology will be at a place that makes the Highlander consumable to all audiences. Yeah, there you go. Vision Season 3 is the 9th Jedi. That's what I'm looking forward to. Yeah, those are gonna be some exciting 10 minutes, perp.
Man, I am.
What?
I'm just. Do people watch like? Did people watch season 2 of Visions? Because I didn't even know there was a season 2, because they didn't really like advertise that. So I'm just like, why do they keep doing Visions?
For the watch time?
I enjoyed the Vision season 1, only 2 episodes. I enjoyed 2 episodes. The episode where it's like black and white samurai style
Episode 1.
village. Okay, the village, and then the old man episode.
Oh, you didn't even like the Ninth Jedi one, eh?
Oh, yeah, actually, that was the one with all the Jedi and that they got brought in, that got invited or something.
They were bad guys, but they weren't really good Jedi. They were bad guys.
Oh, yeah, I'd have to rewatch. Yeah, I'd have to rewatch. I did like that one. So 3. But that's it. And that Vision season 2, when I saw it on Disney Plus, I did click on it, and I was like, "Oh, what did they do?"
Thank you for this. There were black immortals in the Highlander series in the 90s. So there was the movie in the 80s, the series was in the 90s, and now we got another movie in Highlander. Thanks. I believe Star Wars is bigger than George. He sold it, so his opinions are invalid for me. I don't see his word as gospel. Respect your opinions, though. He dropped the bomb and hit us, but respect your opinions, though.
I won't listen to that blasphemy. I won't.
Because I'm trying to, like, if I created a franchise, if I made this huge thing, and then you go, that's bigger than just Chillmonger, though. This is about it. I would say, what? Like, yeah, I would roll over in my grave.
I need to address that one. I can't. George's word. I don't. I mean, he's the maker. It's kind of insane. Without George, we wouldn't even be having this conversation. There's no Star Wars without George. There's for those themes, for there to be that Andor that you fight so hard for, George's word has to be gospel. George is the one that even signed off and was there helping them, on ideas for Andor, how it could lead like what? They still go to George. They still ask him questions. They still go to him for lore. What?
Ooh, so selling it didn't invalidate his opinions.
Not at all. George is still there. They're still asking George questions. Why are they still asking George questions? Because he's the fucking maker.
But what does selling it invalidate? Once he's sold the thing, he's not allowed to make the decisions creatively anymore. He's not an authority to produce the content. I give you that, because he sold it, right? Well, you shouldn't have sold it if you wanted to still make more. But his opinions on what Star Wars is are intact.
He's the maker. Yeah, like
the rules.
Yeah, of course. They actively still talk to George, so his opinions aren't invalidated because they still go to him. As long as you've got people that like Dave Filoni that have been studying under George at Lucasfilm, George's influence, even as and let me put it this way, not even just people like Dave Filoni, as long as you have people that actually understand Star Wars to its core, working on Star Wars, Dave's influence will always be gospel. It will always be gospel. And again, I respect your opinion, like you said, but George is I just don't understand that one. He's the maker. That is the maker. They have to go to George for questions. Like if they have things about the Force, where they going to make it up? No, he already know. Why would I make it up? He, the guy that created the lore, the guy that knows the lore, the guy that allow the reason all of us at Lucasfilm even have jobs. Lucasfilm, George Lucas. I just don't get it. I don't get it.
NYC and Grand Regent both told us there can be only one. Is that a Highlander reference, or what am I missing?
I think it is.
Yeah, probably. I like the Highlanders too. I hope they add to the lore. And those 10 to 15 minutes are going to be better than Mandalorian and Ahsoka. Oh, because I told you that Visions is going to be a 10-minute show. Yeah. Y'all in the evening now? I know you did not just read those words and say we're in the evening.
Wait, who wait, what was it?
What?
I thought somebody said something about Ahsoka show.
Oh, someone said here. Perp told me that the Star Wars Visions 9th Jedi, sequel, it will be better than The Mandalorian, and it'll be better than Ahsoka. That's a laugh out loud, Perp. Anime is extremely popular. That's right. The twin story was good. I did enjoy most of them. Most of the season 1 of Visions, it was all like, "Oh, this is a cool thing. Those would be nice." I would love to see this adapted. I would love to see this canonized. I would like to see, this could fit in. And then they didn't. That's why I didn't watch season 2, except for the one episode Perp made me watch. And I'm not gonna watch season 3 because, so what?
Sorry, I'm looking up some George shit.
Marvel needs to get hip to the anime wave. Yeah, Marvel Rivals kind of satisfies that anime niche, kinda. I never watched Visions. Afternoon, might I say. That's right. Andor works as an exception to the rule, but Darius is correct. Mainstream Star Wars needs the Force. 100% right.
The story of Star Wars, the prequels, before they were made. Google that sometime, I Am Too Fly. Look at that article. Go in there. Read what all this again. This, to your comment about George's word and all that kind of stuff. This is what you were going to. We wouldn't even be having this conversation if this article right here. This is what you were going to get. So there wouldn't even be any fucking Andor. This is what you were gonna get. So the maker, he could have took your left. He could have took your right. Doesn't matter. At the end of the day, his word would have been gospel because he is the maker. So this is what. So look that up sometime. The story of Star Wars, the prequels before they were made.
George lost those privileges when he did the prequels. Also, please limit the F-bombs. I have customers and y'all are on the speakers. What do you mean y'all? Why are you being polite? If I didn't know, I did not say no F word today. I know my mouth. I didn't say it. It was him.
I definitely did. Sorry, customers. Here's the thing. No, George didn't lose any of those privileges when he made the prequels at all. I know that there are a lot of you out there that do not like the prequels because you think that the acting of Hayden Christensen is too droll or too whiny, or you don't like that certain things or the way that certain cuts are made or the way that certain events are played out or whatever. And to that I say, tough shit. Tough shit. The prequels, especially, I don't necessarily agree when people say, "Oh, watching Clone Wars makes it 10 times better." Watching Clone Wars adds an element, adds a level. I won't say it makes it better. I can still watch episodes 1, 2, and 3 without Clone Wars and still feel the same satisfaction. Now, maybe that's because I grew up on the prequels. Maybe that's because I was introduced to Star Wars through the prequels and not through the originals. But I love the originals as well. I don't know how you have the story of Star Wars without going through 1, 2, and 3. And if you are one of those people that say, "Oh, well, I love Revenge of the Sith," well, then no, that invalidates you saying that George Lucas's word or whatever invalidates when he made episodes 1, 2, and 3. If you love 3, no, you can't say that about the prequels.
One more super. No Filoni. What happens when GL joins the Force? George Lucas? No Filoni. What happens when George Lucas joins the Force? What does he mean?
I don't know if he's saying like, are you saying like they're not going to have any people to go to? Well, that is why Filoni has been appointed as that predecessor. Filoni knows just as much as George, but that doesn't mean he doesn't still go to George. For example, here's an example. Did I save this? Did I save this? Please tell me I saved this. I already knew this, but I don't know if I saved it, and I don't think that I did. I don't think I saved it because I was like, oh, well, yeah, we know that already. Well, gosh, God darn it, I didn't. But I remember what I said. I remember what it said. I think it was Sam Witwer that was talking about
He understands Star Wars.
Yeah, I think it was. Yeah, Sam does. I think it was Sam Witwer that was talking about it. But they were talking about how in the Clone Wars, and I don't remember what season it was, they wanted to have Revan show up. Now, there are some complications with Revan. Revan was once a Jedi, turned Sith, turned Jedi. So could he technically manifest himself in the Force? I mean, if fucking Qui-Gon manifested himself in the Force and Obi-Wan, the show that never should have happened, and he never even learned how to do that, then hell, sure, Revan can too. So, but they wanted to put Revan in Clone Wars. They wanted to have him show up as a Force ghost in Clone Wars. Who do you think vetoed that?
Who?
And this was at the time that Disney owned Clone Wars. Who do you think said no? The maker said no. So even when he does go and join the Force, all the things that he knows, all his knowledge, he's passed down to Dave. And Dave, I'm sure, will pass down to whoever he is having as his predecessor. I'm just thinking of more things as they come to me that invalidates everybody's opinions on George.
But Clone Wars was still going on when Disney bought Star Wars?
Yes.
All right.
Yes, I believe so. 2015 was when they bought Star Wars. The season 6 of Clone Wars aired. Let me see. Season 6 of Clone Wars was 2014. So Clone Wars had just ended when they bought it in 2015. So that was that Cartoon Network that had that then? No, because when did Disney have
Netflix? I don't know. I remember Kathleen Kennedy celebrating her 10-year anniversary, but that wasn't this year. Maybe it was last year. Maybe the year before. I don't know. It's really not that important to me though. Whatever happened or happens, it is what it is. Clone Wars was his creation, so he shut it down. Whether Disney was in charge or not, or whether they were inking the deal or not, he shut it down. Why wouldn't he?
Even if it was the case that Disney didn't, Dave likely would have stepped in and said no.
Yeah.
Because it now again, I say that, but then I don't know. Was Dave CCO at the time of Obi-Wan? No, I don't know. There were things that were allowed to happen in the fucking Acolyte. There were things that were allowed to happen in Obi-Wan that I don't agree with. And I don't know if Dave was CCO at that time. I don't know if that was under his watch. I do know that Acolyte, I believe, I don't know if he was CCO, but I do give him pushback on Acolyte all the time. I will never not give Dave pushback on Acolyte because Leslie is the one that said that she had conversations with Dave. So in those conversations about things to portray an Acolyte, I'm sure she ran by him Plagueis. And what a fucking ball drop of a studio from Dave, from all of them to just be like, oh yeah, let's do Plagueis here. Never seen him in live action. The fans have been begging for it. Let's do him here. Some creepy ass cave dwelling rapist. Let's do that. Let's do that. Have him come from around the corner. Yeah, that's like, and then the correlation with this Manny, what's the guy's name? The villain, or what do they call him? What's his name?
Milo Ren.
Who?
Smilo Ren.
Him. Yeah. So they all dropped the ball on that one. They all dropped the ball on Plagueis.
Moving off Star Wars to this exclusive Amazon's God of War series is set to begin filming in March in 2026 in Vancouver.
It's happening. Now, they still haven't casted anybody, I don't think. Unless they have, and I mean, they're starting filming, so...
What's the benefit of keeping it a secret? Once you've casted them, you've casted them. They're playing known established characters. You're not spoiling anything or plot related by saying who's been cast. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. I'm not sure why I don't even know if they've casted the person yet. Even if they have, I don't know why they haven't said.
Well, let's look out. There could be that announcement any minute now.
This is on Amazon.
Yeah,
Amazon.
It's going to be a series.
And they still haven't said where they are starting this, have they?
Nah.
Did they say if it was? I think they did. I think they said it was Norse mythology. Did they say they were going the Norse mythology route? If they were smart, they would go I'd go the Greek mythology route first. It's a much more interesting route. Where he's not having to pull along this kid the whole damn time. Not to say that Kratos wasn't. He wasn't, actually. He wasn't. Kratos is not as ruthless as he is when he was the god of war. You know, when he was trying to get to the Sisters of Fate to undo what he had done. When he's trying to get to Zeus. When he was killing off gods to get to Zeus. You know, anybody in his path, he was, took out Icarus. Took his wings so you could fly. Like, I mean, there's a lot of different things that you do on your path to Zeus. To me, that is a lot more interesting and a lot more ruthless and a lot more TV interesting than tagging around with fucking Loki.
Kratos better be black. Is Kratos supposed to be Greece?
Yeah, he's Greek. I would assume, yes. Now they did this whole switch to the North with all this stuff, but yes, he's the son of Zeus.
And Zeus is Greek.
Yes.
Who's the mom?
Who is his mom? Some fucking mortal. I don't know.
Oh, okay. TC Carson's Kratos is the real Kratos.
Yes. I do like Judge Christopher Judge though.
All right.
But I think again, you could just do so much. Greek mythology, maybe it's just me, is just more interesting anyway than Norse mythology. What? Or Greek mythology. Sorry. Yeah, Greek mythology. You've got. He's fought Medusa. I mean, all of it. I mean, you've got the Titans. You got Kronos that that whole story of him, with Gaia and Kronos and all that stuff. Like, it's that's a cool picture. It's a lot better route in my opinion.
Yeah. Let's go jump over to the DC world that James Gunn's in charge of. He was asked here in a question about joining DC. It's Alan Richardson.
James Gunn doesn't want to do Batman, but would you be open to returning as Aquaman?
No, I would never take that from Momoa. I have too much respect.
He's Lobo now.
So. Yeah, right. That's true. True. No, I think I would definitely want to explore some new horizons, and I think I have a feeling we may. We'll see.
I'd love to see you as Wildcat, if you know who that is.
Okay, I do.
It's a boxer, yeah.
I do. That could be fun.
What does it mean to that younger version of you that is finally getting these dramatic roles that you're proud of?
It means everything. I mean, there have been moments in my life where I couldn't get a comedy if I tried, and people wouldn't want to see me for that because I'd been on Smallville. And then I got Blue Mountain State, and I couldn't get a drama. Like, I couldn't even get an audition for a drama because they're like, "You're the loud guy that screams," and I was like, "I can do other things." So I've had to ride those waves, and it's been kind of hard fought, to be able to like broaden the resume a little bit. It feels very, very nice to be able to make those kind of choices.
Wildcat.
Yeah, I feel like he didn't know who that was.
I know. I think he does. I think also that Alan Richardson was shut down. He shut down this rumor for him playing Batman a couple weeks ago, and I always thought that's probably because James Gunn did talk to him and they got something ready. So now he just basically says, "I've got something ready. I know who Wildcat is. Yeah, I know who Wildcat is." I feel like it's a thing. I feel like this. I think we cracked the code. I think he is the Wildcat.
Yeah, he did tell them that he did speak with James and that something could be in the works or whatever. Yeah, I don't know who he could be, but I think that those two pictures right there, that fits. And this is a character that James would use. I mean, it's not, Wildcat is not someone we typically see running around on screen like that as a main character. You see, do you even see I don't even think you see Wildcat in like Young Justice or anything like that. That's not a character you typically see like that. So this is something that James would pull out.
Yeah, I first saw him in Unlimited. Probably you also
say Unlimited. That's what I was gonna. Yeah, that's the only place animated wise, or I can really think that I see him outside of like a book. Wasn't he on the portrait deal, and at the Hall of Justice?
Oh, yeah, remember that? Yeah, he was one of those Easter egg things.
Yeah, so
yeah, even more reason to believe that James Gunn would now cast for the Wildcat character.
Yeah, he is very big in that that either that's a very tiny interviewer or he's just ginormous, because he does look like, I see a lot of comparisons to the Kingpin from Spider-Verse. He's like, why is that a muscle suit, or is he really just?
He's girthy.
Yeah.
Good interview question though, from my boy. I bet he's from Toronto too.
He said, "Oh, he's Aquaman, or he's Lobo now."
So he was in the know. See, that's a smart interviewer. That's not low. Let me just ask a celebrity a question. He looks like the Juggernaut. He could play that Juggernaut.
He could play the Juggernaut.
He should just slim down just a tad. Can you imagine that? All these actors, they need to bulk up, and then there's one actor we go, just lay off the protein powder, bud.
Just a little bit.
Perp says pause because I said he's girthy, but I use the word perfectly fine, okay? It's your mind that you need to get out of the gutter. Dude was Jack Reacher. Yeah, and he was in Fast and Furious 10, and his twist came out of nowhere. He was very committed to the twist because he took some punishment. It was stupid crazy. All right. You mentioned some comic books, right? You mentioned the comic books. We're a comic book covering place over here on the channel. We jump over to Marvel.com because there's been a recent news story about a brand new comic book that they're going to make. We're currently in this big event called the Imperial event. There's going to be one more comic book that's to be released to close out Imperial. But after Imperial comes to an end, which the Black Panther is participating in with the Intergalactic Empire, after Imperial, the same man who once authored this comic book, Victor Laval, with Jonathan Hickman, Victor Laval is going to continue the Imperial storyline with the Black Panther Imperial storyline. And that is, I'm on their website and I'm trying to find it and I can't find it. Oh, where is it? Come on. Don't let me down, Marvel. It's on the news. I'm trying to find them. I'm trying to sell you guys this comics, guys. Latest TV show news, latest games news, latest digital series news, culture and lifestyle news, podcast news. This is embarrassing. How about if I just search bar Black Panther? So it's a 4-issue or 5-issue limited series. 4 issues limited series. Yo, they just do not care about their comic books, huh? Article. Black Panther. Am I skipping it? Forget it. You get no publicity. Pre-order the latest Black Panther comic book at the shop. He can be Bane. He can be Bane. I think he had to be close to 300 pounds for the in the latest season.
Maybe. Bane.
For Reacher.
Who's next?
Go to Marvel. We're done with all our DC talkings, right? No, there was a couple more DC that we had. Somebody wanted to shout out to James Gunn for this little thing here. For bringing around cool black characters to the big screen. I recently got to do a fun commission for a new young Mr. Terrific fan. I'm jealous. He's got the jacket too. So he blurred out his son's face, but damn, he's got the Mr. Terrific. How tall is that? That's a tall toy, right?
Yeah, it's not like it's not articulated.
And then the great picture here of a young version of Mr. Terrific with the T on his face and the T spheres that he uses. I bet he drew that picture.
Yeah, this is cool to see.
Yeah.
Cool to see. Obviously, we were seeing these similar things when Marvel had T'Challa on screen, Black Panther T'Challa on screen. This is it's dope. It's representation. It's these kids being able to see themselves in heroes that don't have blonde hair and blue eyes, being able to see themselves, as intelligent. One thing I always point out, a lot of people don't like to. I don't know if it's the anti-recasters or whoever. I don't even know if there are still, calling them anti-recasters. I feel like that's 2000, but whatever. The people that are so opposed to, or just so accepting of the T'Challa and things like that. I think one of the things that people forget when we have these discussions and arguments about why it's important for that representation aspect is because Boseman's own brother said, their nephew or his nephew, after seeing the film, didn't want to be a superhero. He didn't want superpowers. He wanted to be a scientist. So it's displaying to these black and brown kids that you are more than athletic. You are more than, the stigmatism or the stereotypes and stigmatisms that are placed on you. You guys can be president. You can be a scientist. You can be shit. You can cure cancer. You can go out there and do anything that you put your mind to do. And having someone as smart as Mr. Terrific on screen, being able to figure out problems as fast as he was figuring them out for these black kids, to see themselves and want to emulate that. Yeah, that's what we're talking about. That's why representation is important. That's why this is important. So I will continue to give, give flowers to James Gunn and DC for their portrayal of Eddie Gaetti as Mr. Terrific. And I hope they continue to do that same, give that same respect and attention to all the black characters moving forward. And if they do, again, as I said on Twitter, take notes, Marvel. Are you paying attention? You had kids, white kids dressing up as the Black Panther, kids wanting to be white kids, Asian kids wanting to be the Black Panther, but that scared the fuck out of y'all. Took the attention away from kids wanting to be Steve, wanting to be Tony, wanting to be Spider-Man, wanting to be Thor. That scared y'all. So you had to dethrone the king.
No, what are you talking about? We got the king, T'Challa. He's going to grow up. He's not going to be a child forever, dummy. He's going to be so old. And that's why T'Challa isn't necessarily necessary to represent T'Challa.
Yeah, so they...
Are you just going to blow past my point? I'm sorry.
No.
You don't need T'Challa to have T'Challa represented. It doesn't have to be T'Challa. Another character can do it. And that's why he has a son. So all that great representation can be accomplished if that's what you're looking for.
Oh, I'm not blowing past the point. I've already said, I mean, not to get into that, but I've already said that's what they're doing. This is where everybody wakes up and realizes that.
Well, that's why I would say to correct or to adjust the call or the cries or the the messaging. Because if you're just looking for someone aspirational, all that can be done with a guy who's not T'Challa, who just starts calling himself T'Challa.
Yeah. Yeah.
He said, "Don't start, chill. We had a good moment." Well, don't accept it to child. Continuing on, more on DC. And thank you, James Gunn, for Mr. Terrific and Superman. I'm looking forward to the Mr. Terrific movie. I'm looking forward to the Lanterns TV series. DC fans have never been this back. Okay? Lanterns, Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow, Clayface. I don't think that belongs on this. Clayface. Man of Tomorrow.
They might actually cook with Clayface, though.
The Batman Part 2. Dynamic Duo, which is not clear. That's not one that has made it past the announcement and the development process. We really only have 5, 6 if you count Peacemaker.
Has he not signed off on that? I thought he signed off on Dynamic Duo.
I don't think he did. What is it, a cartoon?
It is.
All right. It'll be Jason Todd and Dick Grayson, eh?
Meh. Yeah, what's the animation style? I hope it's not that in the picture. But yeah.
Can it be said DC fans have never been this back?
I'd say so. I think they're eating right now. You got a sequel announced, and the film it's still in theaters. Yeah, so you got the sequel announced. You got Supergirl. You got Lanterns coming. Clayface is currently filming. Batman 2 is about to happen. I'd say they're eating pretty damn good. They're currently freaking out over Peacemaker. Actually, I've seen some people saying, actually somebody got really mad at me. I think I said this last time. Wrote a novel in the comment section because I said no one's watching Peacemaker, which was an accurate statement, but I don't think they liked it because they were like, well, I'm watching Peacemaker and I'm not nobody. Well, yeah, you're right. And there are a couple people watching Peacemaker. And when I say a couple, obviously I'm being facetious. There aren't Peacemaker's not doing numbers though. When I compare this stuff, I say this every time. If you're here, person, maybe you are comment, maybe you just watch, you never comment in the live chat, but I don't know if you watched WandaVision or Loki. The hype that was around those shows, the theorizing, the people talking to random strangers on Twitter and theorizing with them at 3 a.m. because you just got off the high of episode whatever the fuck, and you're trying to figure. That's what I'm talking about when I say people aren't watching. There's no one talking about it, so therefore, in my opinion, people aren't watching. And
that's not an opinion, though. That's
that's
not a in my opinion thing to say. People aren't watching means you got to go to the Nielsen top 10 charts and we got to wait another 2 weeks before we can see what the numbers were. But then we can finally say, oh, see, it performed this low. We can actually have finally a metric numerically to associate with people aren't watching. It's not an opinion you give.
What do you mean? Saying by saying they're not watching?
Yeah. You actually have to say, look, see, only 3. And it used to be 4. 4 is a bigger number than 3. That's why
of course you can use numbers, but I'm still going to say, in my opinion, judging it from the WandaVision hype, judging it from the Loki stuff, in my opinion, no one's watching this shit. Do you see conversations of Peacemaker happening online? Because I don't.
Yeah,
and I'm not trying to be funny. I'm not trying to be funny. I'm not hating on Peacemaker or any of that. I could give a really good goddamn about Peacemaker. I'm just saying no one's talking about Peacemaker.
Which is why you believe the viewership. You should say this. Hey, chill. I believe the viewership is low for Peacemaker based off the engagement that I'm seeing. And I would say, oh, okay, yeah, that's anecdotal. Let's just wait for the numbers to come in.
No, I'm going to keep saying it the way I'm saying it. In my opinion, no one's watching Peacemaker because no one's talking about Peacemaker. Now, if you want to back that up with actual numbers, sure, but my opinion's not changing. Unless those numbers then say, oh, yeah, people are watching. Then I'd say, oh, yeah, okay, well, then my opinion then changes. But as it stands as right now, no one's watching Peacemaker. Like, they're just... I don't... And if people were, I'd be getting combative responses in the chat. We've been now talking about this for over 60 seconds, so there's no lag. Everybody's hearing what I'm saying.
Junior said that there are conversations online. More conversations on TikTok than YouTube. People were engaged in discussions and speculations about recent episodes. And then Professor Film says not like season 1, which means that there are happening, just not like season 1.
So then it must be my algorithm, which I don't understand because I'm subscribed to everything DC. I'm in these, so I don't understand that. So it must be my algorithm.
I skipped season 1. I'm only watching season 2 for the cameos. I'm the same way. Yeah, it's anecdotal. Like, it's evidence that it's not the full picture. Yeah. So, but let's just wait. In a couple of weeks, you get to stand on the numbers because even then, though, Nielsen won't. The sad thing about Nielsen is that it's gonna have Peacemaker judged the same way that shows like all 10 episodes drop at the same time, and they're gonna get the benefit of all the millions of minutes watched. So it's sticky for an episodic 1 episode a week show to chart on Nielsen. It would have to be really, really popular.
Now the episode. Now again, I'll bring this back up because it'll help prove my point. When Superman does show up, because David Cornsweat is likely showing up, when Blue Beetle does show up and those episodes are being widely discussed,
you'll get it.
Well, people tuned into those episodes. I'm not saying people aren't. I'm not saying like literally no one's watching. I'm sure there are people watching Peacemaker. But it's not to the effect that... Okay, yeah. Again,
Alien Earth?
I've seen people talking about Alien Earth.
Perp said that there's a lot of good shows going on right now. I'm thinking Alien Earth. What else? The comic shop?
No.
No one's talking about the comic shop. We should, though.
Yeah, so we'll see, though. We'll see. I like I said, I know when Blue Beetle does show up, and especially when Soup shows up, everybody's going to be, oh, did you see that? And then, of course, there'll be people criticizing it. I don't think Superman should show up in Peacemaker, but...
And then we'll all be like, okay, got to see Creature Commandos now because Rick Flag Sr. said something, and now we got to see that episode that they animated. DC fans have never been this back is the name of this tweet, and he's kind of wrong because he's saying that we're back. It's a brand new universe. It's just weird for me to say that we're back, like DC fans are back. DC fans never had that first universe with Zack Snyder and everybody. There was never like a DC fan base, or like there wasn't one. So there's nothing to be back to. There's just trying to develop something new, develop a fan base. And
when these people say that shit, I don't even think they're people just talk on Twitter. That's just the saying to say with anything that, oh, we're so back.
Yeah. That's probably what it is. I'm not reading the phrase properly. He's just using the phrase. So forget what I was gonna get into. That picture right there, though, of these 6 projects happening within 2 years or less. That's yeah, man. That's good to know that there's a vision there. Yeah. Man of Tomorrow, all those shows. Yes.
Great. Clayface possibly showing Batman. I think that would be great for them.
Yeah. Okay. I know we're in the comic shop in Bridgeport, Connecticut. I know that we're there, right? But let's go to the comic shop in LA, OMG Comics, to check out episode 2 of the comic shop.
Can you do it?
Yeah, I can. You forget I own this place too.
I could be just as professional as you.
No. I need the customer service to be immaculate.
Immaculate. Yeah, I got it.
No idea what that means.
Dom, I need to know I can count on you to be my right-hand girl.
I'll be the Nightwing to your Batman. Reliable and charming, with a surprisingly fat ass.
And I'll be the Joker to your Batman. What can I do to help?
So you two are on trash duty.
The Comic Shop airing on YouTube every week on Friday. That got me. What'd you say?
Oh, I didn't.
You didn't like that? You didn't think it was a little bit funny?
I didn't say that. I just said I didn't say anything.
Okay. Lauren says, it seems like DC is getting a lot of buzz, but Marvel people are slamming. Oh, yeah, there's that tribal stuff that's going on, and that's always existed.
What tribal stuff?
People like Marvel, I'm Team Marvel, I grew up on them, and people like DC, they're better, and we can enjoy both, everybody. We can enjoy new superhero properties that, like, if they make a Spawn movie finally with Jamie Foxx, we can enjoy that too. Invincible, all of the other superheroes all over, Yanu, all that stuff.
Who's Tinsel Larry? From him? Sorry, somebody dressed up as, I guess, this Tinsel Larry person.
From Him, the movie Him?
The movie Him.
Huh. No idea.
Oh, this was, wait, what else is on our docket before yeah.
We got Marvel stuff to talk about.
Oh, yay, Marvel.
Oh, the Village asked us, the show is called The Comic Shop. Yes, it's called The Comic Shop. I'll go back, copy the link.
Can you do?
And send it to you, okay? Okay. Copied.
Oh, pretty hair. Whoever did her hair. Really pretty.
There's so much more to tap into it, and there's so many sagas within sagas for X-Men that's part of what we're talking about now, is which saga to grow and build to while doing the most important thing, which is introducing all of these characters and giving them their due in our first film. Good answer, Kevin.
Is it?
Why not?
Because how long have you had them?
Oh, so you should already know the saga that you're in?
Yeah, why are we still figuring out the saga? Why are we, unless this is just a textbook answer, why are we still figuring out the saga? Why are we still trying to, like, because how long have you had the X-Men? And not only that, if he claims to had been thinking about the X-Men as long as he has claimed to have been thinking about the X-Men and bringing them into the MCU, then you should have this story nailed down 3 times over. No hiccups, knowing exactly what it is you want to do, what it is you want to say, the story that you're trying to convey. You know, Marvel's not going to go anywhere either. You know, just like I said earlier about Star Wars, regardless of what everybody's saying about, you know, the weird turning on the 3 Spider-Man films that Twitter has done. People now saying that Doomsday is going to flop, which is just insane to me. Regardless, Marvel's not going to go anywhere. When the X-Men come, if they are done correctly, even if done incorrectly, people are still going to go to the movies. People are still going to go to the movies and see the X-Men. People are still going to go see the stuff. It's still going to be the same. However, I just rewatched for the maybe, I don't know, 3rd time now, within a span of 2-3 months, rewatched 97. Brilliant. God, I obviously have my issues. I have my issues with 97, but the writing in 97 is just so damn good. The X-Men are just portrayed so, like, and it's picked up from the 90s series, but they're portrayed so perfectly. And then when you hear interviews where Feige is saying, you know, they kind of don't want to, certain themes they want to shy away from and things like that. Well, why? Nah.
You know what's crazy though? Bo sneaks in that shit. I think it went over their noses when Roberto says, "Oh no, I'm one of the good ones." When he says something like that, I go, right. I think when that's written on a paper though, whoever like has to oversee it, the editor, whatever they are, they're just going, one of the good ones, yeah, whatever. They're not thinking like they had that infused in underneath all of this.
Right. Yeah. I mean, there's so many different conversations that take place. I mean, there's the one between President Kelly and Scott when he's telling him, we can work. The United States or the UN can't help you look for any more mutants. I mean, it's time to face the facts that And Scott's telling him, just even finding one mutant could give mutants hope. And he's like, oh, the optics of us helping you, what that would look like. And for my, if for his career and re-election, just how real it is. I think that's what, and maybe that's what scares, maybe that's what's scaring Marvel, because they don't want to do real themes, especially with what's going on in the world today. I'm sorry, you can't do the X-Men without doing that. And that's what makes that shit so fucking good. There were so many times just rewatching 97 where I'm like, fuck, this shit is good. Just like just the dialogue, especially Val Cooper's, the conversation she has with Bastion, where she finally says, you made me say Magneto is right. The conversation Val and Magneto, Sebastian and Emma have, where she tells him, not a lot of countries would allow a terrorist to be their leader. Well, but so many countries allow it. Yes. Terrorists. Oh my God. I'm like, this. If you don't get this man back, because you're not getting that writing in the live action stuff with the way Feige's talking about the X-Men, you're not getting it that way. And to me, the only way that you can really do it, again, I have my issues with 97, is the way is Bo's route. That's the way you do the X-Men. Just, man, it's so good. It's so fucking good. Even the ending, how it all ends. Beautiful.
Season 2 of X-Men 97 does not to me the same way Boondocks season 4 doesn't exist to me. You pulled away the main creator, and it's a shell of what it was.
I don't think it's gonna be nearly as good.
I wonder what saga Kevin Feige is gonna let them pull from.
That, and then when we get to what is it? E is for Extinction. Or acceptance is tolerance is extinction, part 1 and 2. But what's the Genosha episode? I think is that part 1. Whichever episode, Master Mold comes to Genosha and takes that episode. I mean, so good, man, so good. Rogue going after Thunderbolt Ross and everybody after the fact. The conversation she has with Cap. What's America's top cop doing all the way out? Man, it's just. Oh God, so good. I'm so worried for season 2.
It sounds like what happened to Captain America 4. There was no Captain America 4. There was Brave New World. They're running away from real world issues and even any discussions of Sam's blackness.
Yeah, I'm running away from. They're definitely not going to touch on some of the things that Bo was reaching at and touching. They're not going to continue those themes.
So how does the new, the third Black Panther movie that's in development right now, how does that happen? Knowing the rules and knowing that they've erased scenes out of Falcon Brave New World and everything, how do you make a Black Panther movie now from a non-colonized African country? Colonizer jokes, all that stuff. How do you now do that? You can't. You'd have to let Ryan Coogler just get free reign and be like, fine, this franchise gets to be woke, but the other ones don't.
I don't know. But I'm ready for the X-Men. I hope they can do it. I really do. I mean, like everybody, I love the X-Men. So, I mean, I love the X-Men.
Channing Tatum loves the X-Men too. His favorite role is the Gambit.
I think they need to do something with the Sentinels, though. They need to keep the Sentinels involved in live action.
Okay. Weird. It's not airing. Am I still on? You hear me, right?
Yes.
Okay. Well, it's not my internet. me stop sharing it. Maybe I'll just share another tab where I have it open, okay? Please excuse the technical difficulties. Channing Tatum teases Avengers Doomsday. You just can't understand what this is going to be. Anybody that has loved these things growing up, it's going to melt your brain. It's going to be the biggest thing that they have ever done. That is for sure, he tells Collider. Yeah.
I think so. I mean, that's why I said this whole conversation of Doomsday is going to flop and it's not going to make any money. Nobody's going to go see Doomsday. What?
It can make less money than what the others made. You can say that, sure. But
yeah,
it's a
you
$1 billion
can say
movie.
that. It's a $1 billion movie. People are going to go see this movie. Man, there was an article put out from the Direct, I think this past weekend, that said that there's been a spike on Disney Plus for the Avengers movie, just the Avengers titled movies ahead of Avengers Doomsday. Now, granted, we are still well over a year away from seeing Avengers Doomsday, but just the spike in people watching the Avengers, what do you think that's coming from? That's coming from all the Avengers Doomsday talk and people getting excited about Avengers Doomsday. Now, as I've said many times, even having this argument with Marcus, wait till they drop that fucking first trailer. People were going bananas over fucking chairs and Robert Downey Jr. just shushing the camera. So when he talks on camera as Doom and you have other dialogue from the other people, not whatever the fuck they showed at D23, when they actually dropped that very first teaser trailer, I promise you that's going to break the internet.
Where did you see that Avengers is getting higher viewership?
Let me find it.
Thank you. Channing Tatum says Avengers Doomsday will blow people's minds. When I say it's a huge movie, it's like an understatement. I don't have a word big enough. I'm not good enough with words to explain how big this movie is going to be. This is coming from Variety this time. So, I mean, Channing Tatum, I don't think that you're going to be the guy who's going to have all these lines in Avengers. I think you're going to be 11th on the casting. Honestly, you're Channing Tatum. You're a guy who we saw in a cameo capacity from Deadpool, while there are other characters in this movie, like Paul Rudd's Ant-Man, who led other movies. Shang-Chi, Letitia Wright plays Shuri. We have all the Thunderbolts characters. There's like just more prominent characters in this movie than you. So hearing you tell me that it's going to be a huge movie when I reckon you're in 5% of this movie is weird to me. I don't think you know everything, but you're doing your role, which is to help promote the movie. And I'm really, really glad that your dream of playing this character, this fantasy of yours, is being accomplished. And I loved his appearance, even though a little bit fat, even though hard to understand. I loved his appearance in the first time for Deadpool. Dragonfly says, I don't like RDJ as Doom. I think this will make less than another Avengers film.
Gambit, what's his name?
Channing Tatum
is rumored to be having a very important role, bigger role. It's him, Monica, or have big roles. Spider-Man, if he truly is in Doomsday, is supposed to have one. And what's his name? Evans. So when he's talking, because he's still filming, he's not done filming. He just filmed a big fight with Doom. So I think when he's talking, he's knowing what he's talking about.
According to Disney Plus's top 10 charts in the USA, Avengers Endgame landed at number 5, followed by Infinity War at number 6, Avengers at 7, and then Age of Ultron at number 8. And these superhero features are sandwiched between Freaky Friday and Pirates of the Caribbean Black Pearl.
Freaky Friday makes sense. Freaky Friday 2 is in theaters. I mean, it's Pirates, so Pirates is beloved.
I'm just looking for the overall top 10 charts that, where does Disney Plus post that to see what the number of viewership was last week compared to this week, because I'm sure people are watching Avengers movies all the time, no matter if there's an Avengers movie coming or not. I'm sure it's viewed, but like how much was the increase, just to know how to quantify. I think this is enough information to clearly say that, oh, more people are watching. Since I don't know how many more people, like, could it just mean an additional 300 families in the United States were like, oh, let's watch an Avengers movie, and that's all it took to get to the charts. You feel me? Like, it's just, I don't know how to quantify it. That's all.
Right. Yeah. Even without that, Doomsday is not in any danger at all. Neither is Spider-Man. This weird. People are weird. This weird thing where everybody's like, "Oh, Spider-Man's." No, it's not. What? No, it's not. Like, and I don't have a crystal ball where I'm seeing into the future. I don't have anything. You know, I can't go off of anything other than Spider-Man's resume that will tell me, no, it's not at all. That's another one. When they drop that first trailer, none of this, all this talk is gonna go.
I'm still like on this story, so let me get rid of your comment here. It says that this is on a website called Flix Patrol, right? Never used it, never seen it or heard of it. But the top movies on Disney Plus for September 8th, and it's Lilo, Stitch, Thunderbolts, Incredibles, Snow White, Amateur, Lilo, Stitch, Ice Age, Freaky Friday, Hercules. You feel me? Like, it's not showing the Avengers on September 8th. But who are Flix Patrol compared to, Disney Plus themselves on their chart?
No idea.
But it does have a number right next to it. These numbers, 758, 679, that's what I'm looking for. So if the Disney Plus numbers actually show us how many numbers of hours that were watched, that would be helpful. It is what it is. Excited about Spider-Man? Everyone likes Spider-Man? All right, let's jump over to Spider-Man then. Spider-Man will be the next news story here, because Tom Holland has a couple of quotes from earlier in the week, maybe Saturday, I think it was, when he gave us the one that I sent you, talking about how long he's going to play Spider-Man 4. That was a news item. And let me just read that article instead of talking to you about the article. Tom Holland from Lad Bible gives a telling answer on how long he'll play Spider-Man for. Many still think Holland is a very young celebrity at just 29. However, it is coming up on a decade of him playing the role, and he starred as Spider-Man in more movies than any other actor. The actor has just recently begun shooting the newest film, Brand New Day, in Glasgow. The movie will mark his fourth solo film with the MCU, having also starred in 2 Avengers movies and his first appearance at Captain America. In addition, Lego, blah, 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 blah. Let me just find the quote where he says how long he's playing Spider-Man. What's been really fun about the most recent movie is designing the suit and being part of the process and understanding what we wanted to try and achieve. He designed the suit. That's risky. He should not be part of the designing of the suit. He should be able to, hey, Tom, choose it. You want A or B? That should be his involvement. But you have a suit designer design that thing. You have talked to the director about it. You talk about the scenes you're going to be in. I don't want the actor going, oh, that one makes me look tight. Like, nope. Putting my foot down. Wrong. He's too empowered. You're muted.
I have zero issue with Tom's power. Zero.
He added that he had focused on the story behind the suit, adding that he found the process of deciding the specifics of details, such as why the suit is red and blue, exciting. You still there on the zero issues?
I have zero issues with Tom giving his input on the suit or any of that.
Okay. The correct answer is Steve Ditko drew it this way. When asked about whether there were any specific comic inspirations, Holland was tight-lipped, saying that it might be a spoiler to reference which inspired the new suit. The Uncharted star was at one point quite well known for being unable to keep from giving away spoilers in the lead-up to Marvel films. This includes notable interviews. We all know. When asked about this, he said, I think with anything, it's all about what's in front of you. And right now, what's in front of us is Spider-Man Brand New Day and focusing on making the movie worthy of the last film. I have been actively sifting through the internet and trying to best understand what it is that the fans want from a Spider-Man movie. And that's been my driving force in these pitch meetings. Lovely. I think the producers at times were like absolutely sick of me, but I think it's really important because we make these movies for the fans. Did you hear what I just heard? Who's the producers? Kevin, Amy, plural, the producers. I think they were sick of me, but this is really important because we make these movies for the fans. Thank you. Thank you for shifting through the internet and looking for what fans would want out of the next Spider-Man movie. And all the complaints about how he's Peter Starker and all the little things that we have all did video essays on here on YouTube. He listened and he brought that to the producers. And I know it worked because he says, they're probably sick of me. Yes.
Yeah, good for Tom. I'm glad that he's paying attention, and I hope that obviously he has the knowledge enough to pay attention to the right things on the internet, not the stupid shit. He's not taking that shit back. I think obviously he's paying attention and shifting, able to shift through the people that know what they're talking about online and what they want to see, opposed to the people that are asking for stupid shit online and what they want to see in Spider-Man. So, yeah, I like the fact that he is paying attention. He's got his ear to the audience. That's good. Good for Tom.
Waiting on Darius to start snacking on some hot Cheetos and telling Tom to dream bigger. You did not get that today. Nope. You bucked the trend.
No. I like Tom. I like Tom. Like I said, I don't have a problem with him giving an input on the suit. I don't have an issue with him being online and paying attention to the fans. Yay, Tom.
Yeah, I got Tom, and then I got Toby, and then Andrew Garbagefield.
And that's where the line gets drawn, because Andrew is the best Spider-Man. No ifs, no ands, no buts. He's the best.
He went on to say that he felt it was a really important campaign due to the prevalence of social media. Oh, that was for Lego. So yeah, that would be Tom Holland. Oh, this is that video with Zendaya's family.
Yeah, that's the best video with him.
It's loading an ad. Everyone buy Vistaprints.
Yeah, that's what they said. Oh, Spider-Man.
It's legendary. Rockstar, I love you. It might have been Rockstar, but I don't know if it's I love you because I don't know sign language. I think she's right. I hope she is. I think I know she's right. I don't think she can do no. Oh, hold on. Let me get Spider-Man. Spidey scissors.
Oh. Black folks, I love us. That shit is so funny. Oh, that's funny. He said, hold on, let me get Spider-Man. Oh, he might have been a little tipsy already.
Yeah, he looked it. 2 new videos have been added to the official Brand New Day playlist on Sony Pictures' YouTube channel. And the videos are currently private. Look how suspicious this is. That there's 2 private videos. They do this stuff on purpose. They just want you to talk about something Sony Spider-Man every 24 hours. And so here's the new, put 2 private videos up. That's the new reach. That's the new strategy.
I think it's just more of what Tom posted that one time. I think it's just more of like behind the scenes stuff, probably. The making of type stuff. Or it could.
And so will they be Will they be unprivated into public later
I
on?
think so. Yeah, I think so. I mean, his brother is also on set following him filming, doing that whole biography deal or, in the life deal. So that it could be that. Now, I don't know if Sony would upload those personally. I don't know. But
Yeah, it's Sony Pictures' YouTube channel.
yes, what I'm saying, I don't know if Sony would personally upload what's his brother's name? Charlie, whatever Charlie's filming, unless they asked Charlie to film that. But then again, why have Charlie do that? Why not have a film crew? Or then maybe that's a part of it. Hey, give my brother a job.
What is his brother's profession? Maybe he is into that.
I think he wants to be into filming and all that. I think that's his thing. So maybe I don't know.
Yeah.
It could be a trailer. Could be something like that.
It does sound like give my brother a job energy.
Yeah.
It's like Giannis Antetokounmpo gets his brother on the Milwaukee Bucks for these 1-year contracts.
Yeah, something like that. So could be a trailer though. You think they have anything for a trailer?
No.
Teaser? No.
For a teaser, yeah, you could probably cut something, but it's probably if you can get away with not having to make one, don't make one.
I think it's just more day on the set stuff, behind the scenes stuff.
Yeah.
Because clearly the videos are done, they're just private. So it's not a teaser, it's not a trailer.
They'll wait for like a slow news day and pop it up. Yeah. So MCU Film News says that Stephen King says that superhero movies violence is corn graphic. If you look at these superhero movies, you'll see some supervillain who's destroying whole city blocks, but you never see any blood. That's wrong. It's almost like Stephen King, shut the front door. Stephen King, superheroes existed and that fiction existed before you started writing, and I'm sure it inspired you. And I just don't. And so what if there's no blood? That's clearly because of restrictions on the Motion Pictures Association of America, and they want their movie not to be rated R. That's the only reason why. Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, why do you use that word to describe it?
Yeah. Why did he use that word?
I saw this quote when he said it a few days ago, and ever since then, I've been trying to figure out why he chose that word to describe it, because I'm still trying to think why he chose that word to describe it. Like, what? Anyway, it doesn't make sense because, like you just said, then it would be dipping in the realm of rated R and all these restrictions and things like that. And no, we don't necessarily need to see blood. Now, I get what he's saying. He's talking about like Invincible, like when Omni-Man leveled fucking his son Invincible and took him through the town and took him through the subway and all those people, all that blood, all that. Yeah, I get it. But necessarily in a Marvel film when Sokovia is getting destroyed, do I need to see all the Nah, I don't think so. I was fine. In New York when Loki and is doing what he's doing, do I need to see somebody's like an old lady get crushed by a big brick from a building? Not necessarily. I'm good.
Straight. Yeah. So thanks, Stephen King. But sometimes I feel like they just have something to promote, which would be The Long Walk. And so they go, let's talk about Marvel movies so that, the film community can talk about us. All right, Stephen King. Check out The Long Walk next week. Hollywood.
Tony said he looks like a Whoville citizen.
The next one here, David Arbor says Avengers Doomsday is going to be really good, and how the Russo brothers have a special sauce. There's something about the layers in which they put the comedy, drama, surprises, scale, and the epicness. And I'm sure that check cashed. That check cleared, no problem, David Arbor. Respect to you, but you're just like Channing Tatum's character. You're not going to be in that many of the scenes. So your perspective is just, your opinion on the few scenes that you're going to be a part of. Thanks for that.
No idea how large David Arbor's role is.
No.
At all.
Nope. I should just judge it off of past roles, like the one in Black Widow and like the one in Thunderbolts.
His role in Thunderbolts wasn't small.
What?
His role in Thunderbolts
wasn't small?
Was not small. He's in the very beginning. After Yelena gets off the phone from blowing up that building, she goes to his apartment. They talk about shit there. He shows back up again. He goes to the desert and finds them. Then he joins the team. Like, what are you talking about? He's one of the main characters.
Was it medium? Was it big? Was he the lead?
So, are you saying your
But it's not
opinion?
small.
So but by you saying like, is it a medium? Are you saying that his opinion is only valid if it's medium or he's a lead role?
Yes. See, this is why this is important to me.
Yeah, that's it. That's batshit insane.
It's not batshit insane.
What do you mean?
Because I'll tell you what I mean. So, a guy who is in Avengers Doomsday, who can talk about the scale and look at the Russos, drama, surprises, scale, epicness, comedy. They're gonna handle this. How many scenes are you really gonna be a part of in this movie for you to even know that? And I think about what the Thunderbolts are going to be doing in Avengers Doomsday. And I don't think that they're going to be in that fight with the X-Men and the Avengers or the Fantastic Four. I mean, when they find them on that universe, I don't think that they are
You're
going to be in
insane.
that many scenes with
You're
Doctor
insane.
Doom.
You're
I
insane.
don't feel that the Red Guardian character is going to be relevant to what's going on with Captain America back in his home. That thing that they've been filming, Luke Cage's house.
Okay, yeah. So
when I think about David Harbour, participation in the movie, I'm like, you're not going to be in that much of it.
Again, once you're insane. As someone who pays attention to the leaks and things like that, the new Avengers are there at X Mansion. The new Avengers are there at the at the Fantastic Four Baxter building in 828. They are a part of that ensemble that has been filming those big scenes.
They're going to be there?
Yeah, it's already been
Then I'm
reported.
wrong.
I know you're wrong. It's already been reported. They are going to be there. David Harbour is not just talking to be talking out of his ass. And even if he was not in as many scenes or anything like that, you can't say, because we don't know how long he's been on set. You can't say, because maybe he's somebody that just likes being on set. Maybe he has nothing else to do. Maybe he's filmed all this stuff, but he likes the way that what's going on. He can just go sit on set and watch what the Russos are doing.
You think you're allowed to do that as a Marvel actor? You're like, I'm not in this scene, but let me just pull up a chair here and watch you guys act. Or don't you think there's secrecy where they say we're trying to compartmentalize information, so please don't watch?
That's why I preference that with I don't know. I'm not on set. He could be.
Oh, so we have a precedence. So we have precedence of other actors only getting partial scripts and secrecy for the Avengers and things like that, which leads to that idea that he can just be watching other people's scenes that he's not personally part of, whether it's dialogue between two major characters or whether it's a fighting sequence. If he's not in exactly what they're shooting there, hey yo, Red Guardian, we don't need you right now. Go be at your trailer, and we'll see you in 3 hours for your lines. And
not necessarily. Why is
Not
RDJ
necessarily.
on it? No, RDJ is at everything. Explain that.
Well, Robert Downey Jr.
Well, David Harbour.
You see the difference?
I don't. I see the difference in the names. I see the difference in their paychecks. But if we're both on set, we're both filming. If there's something, again, you're not there, I'm not there. But if RDJ and every person that has been on set has been talking about, oh, RDJ is here every single day. He's at all the shootings. He actually, Sue even said he's even been at scenes he's not even filming. He's just there giving us support. So how do you know Harbour's not just giving support? Jill, you talk so confident about Marvel as if you are on set. Sometimes it baffles me.
I don't know. I wish there was a way where I could.
It baffles me.
I wish there was a way.
Talk as if you just know fact because you are there, and like, oh, David Harbour, your opinion is invalid because I know you're not going to be in any scenes. As if you were behind the camera with the Russos. You don't know what this brother is doing.
Fine. Are you stepping out on the ledge and taking the position that I am wrong and that he is allowed to
I already
sit?
told you were wrong.
Are you taking the position, Darius? You're avoiding that part of saying that David Harbour is allowed to view scenes that he's not a part of.
I'm saying I don't know if he can or not.
Exactly. You're not saying
no.
that.
Sure, sure. You know what?
You're
I'll
not going to stand on something. Don't tell me why I'm wrong.
I'll say it. You're still wrong, but I'll say it. Yes, I'm sure he gets to watch scenes because again, if you've got Sue, whatever, Vanessa Kirby saying that RDJ is giving support and he's there all the time, then how do you know? Because
he's just like RDJ.
No, it's not that he's not just like RDJ. That's not what I'm saying.
In this aspect, he's just like RDJ.
Let me finish.
Gotcha.
That's not what I'm saying.
Let me finish too when I want to go.
That's not what I'm saying. I let you give out that long, drawn out, boring, slow talked beginning that started this whole thing. I let you talk. The whole thing, you don't know. Again, this is what really starts most of our debates, is because you talk so confidently as if you are on set. You have no fucking clue, Chillmonger. You don't know these. God, it's kind of like the conversation we had earlier about DMing celebrities. You don't know these people, bro. You don't know what's going on in London. You have no idea what they're filming. You don't know what David Arbor's schedule is. You don't know what the Russos allow on set or what type of culture they cultivate. You don't know if they want people to be there or not, but you talk so confidently as if you just know facts. Like, oh, David Arbor, you're not there, so that's you're going to be in like 3, 4, 5-minute scenes. How did the fuck do you know that? How the fuck do you know that? He could be in an hour.
Because in the
past, what?
The reason why I know that is because of the secrecy from Avengers Infinity War and Endgame, where actors didn't even know their characters would die. The secrecy that Benedict Cumberbatch during interviews has told us about, the secrecy that many of the actors have talked to us about. So that's what I'm basing it off of. But let's rewind to what I did say. And I know at first it was, Chillmonger, you don't really know what's going on. All right, Darius, are you actually telling me, though, that you can say that if David Arbor wants to be watching other actors perform their scenes, there's no, oh yeah, you're not allowed here? So that's the position that you're taking. You're taking like, no, Chill, you're wrong. And David Arbor is allowed to be there. If that's what you're saying, one day I will.
So you want me to say that?
I was going.
You
already did say it, but
you want me to say that. But yeah,
I'm still going. Please don't talk over this, because this is where I kind of like can corner you. That's the point. That's the idea that I'm getting to.
Chill. I want to have before you start that. Let me before you start that. No, before you start that, let me just say this. You've never cornered me. You've never cornered me. I never can. I know. You've never cornered me. So let's reference that before you even go into that corner.
All right, brother. So since you're taking the position now formally that David Arbor is allowed to be there, all I have to do now is wait for an interview or some sort of news outlet article or something that will say we were only allowed to know what was on our scripts and our papers, and we weren't allowed to be on a set. Like you're doing something great now by finally taking a position on a matter instead of saying, Chill, you don't know anything. You very passionately have told me that I don't know anything for certain because I'm not there and I don't have information. I'm going off of past information and precedences, so I feel like I'm right to do so. But I'm very grateful that your position right now, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, is that David Arbor can watch any scene he wants to watch when he's at Avengers Doomsday.
Okay, now,
right?
As I was saying, I know.
Wait, is it your position?
Did I not let you speak?
You didn't.
Did I not let you speak?
You're avoiding accountability.
Did I not let you speak?
But I ended it on.
You like to try to do. No.
Confirmation from you.
Time out.
You're not.
Time out.
I'll rewind.
Time out.
Go ahead.
Time out. Technical fucking foul. Time out.
Got it.
You like to do this twisting game where if your question doesn't get answered, you like to throw this thing out there. Oh, you're avoiding accountability, or you're doing this. No, sir, I'm not avoiding accountability. I'm just not. Anytime somebody doesn't answer a question the way you want it to be answered, you feel as if they're avoiding accountability, or maybe they didn't hear you correctly, or they're avoiding your question. Maybe they're not avoiding your question, avoiding accountability, or any of those things. Maybe I'm just not answering the question the way you want the question fucking answered. That's what it is. What I was going to say is, you want me to answer the question in that way. You want me to say, oh yes, David Arbor has autonomy. He can go anywhere on the set. That's what you want me to say. So you can say, oh, okay, and try to prove whatever weird point you're proving. That's not what I'm gonna say. I'm saying you have no idea what culture the Russos have cultivated on set.
I heard you.
So you then cannot make the statement or that to say that he does or does not have that ability to sit on set. So when you just go out there and Chill, when you just go out and say what you say about, he doesn't know what he's talking about. This man's on set. You're the one behind the computer screen talking about him being on set. You don't know what you're talking about. He's on screen. He's on set. What are you talking about?
The culture that the Russos have cultivated today on Avengers Doomsday, not on set, don't see it, and no one's even talking about what's happening on set and the culture and stuff. But if I go off of the past, it would be consistent to have the secrecy culture on set today.
That still doesn't.
What?
It doesn't amount to or go back to what you were saying about him not knowing what he's talking about.
Yeah, that's me making that position, and I could be proven correct or incorrect later on. And you almost agreed to it earlier, maybe 5 minutes prior. You were like, yeah, David Harbour can go on set and watch these things. And then you did take it back. You were almost there.
No. I'm not taking anything back. Chill. There you go again. Trying to control the narrative of the conversation, trying to control what the other person says, right? By saying those. When you do that, you're trying to twist the conversation.
No, I'm
You're
not,
trying.
bro.
Yes, you are. You're trying to twist it to where you want, like, if I don't say that, then that automatically then invalidates the entire conversation. Invalidates the argument.
I sought confirmation that you were taking.
You want someone to.
Bro, can I say what I want to say?
Say what you want them to say.
Can I say what I want to say? Is that I was seeking confirmation on whether or not, because it was iffy, and earlier you nearly went, okay, chill, I will say that. And I was like, wait, so you didn't actually take...
No, of course not. Because I was going to say that just to get you to shut up.
Oh, man, this is impossible. Darius, let's just move on to whatever we have next on the docket.
Let's move on. Another. I'll take
That was
that
all of it,
W
actually.
as well.
That was the last thing on the DMs that you have sent talking about Avengers. So we ended with a main event bout. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Do you see anything else that we didn't touch on? I got them all.
I don't believe so. Nope.
We should end on saying nice things about each other, just to, like, get rid of all of this energy, this animosity.
There's no animosity.
There's no energy. Well, there's energy.
I don't think so.
All right.
Do you feel as if there's energy?
I like the way that you can turn up on a stream. I like the combativeness. I love the you always got something to tell me. Like that contributes to a great healthy stream. Much rather would do a stream with you, Darius, than to be with someone who's always like, oh yeah, and then like the soft kind of like no conviction, won't stand on anything. They can send us super chats like this whack ass one from I Am 2 Flycam saying that they mentioned the Force in season 2, and we can roast his ass for it, and we can roast his ass some more. I appreciate your character.
I love you. I Am 2 Fly. I appreciate you.
We appreciate you, 2 Fly. We appreciate you, everyone in chat also.
Yes. I like debating with you too, although I think your opinions are, as I say, batshit crazy, but I do it's funny.
Yeah.
I do think that's it. Other than that, that is it.
Where should we send the audience off to, huh? I know Blurred AF, they're about to do a stream probably 2 hours from right now. Oh, go watch the comic shop. That's on YouTube. Go watch that.
I guess they released something too for those that are paying attention to that stuff. They released, I guess, another letter from Donald J. Trump to Epstein from the Epstein files, and it is disgusting. That is your president. Yeah, so you can check that out. It's all over right now. It's the outline of a woman's body silhouette with the breast, and he signed it where the woman's other parts would be. He signed his name there. And in the silhouette is talking about the woman and how much Jeffrey and him have in common, and some other things. But nothing will happen to him. So that's been another
riveting
episode.
Riveting.
Another riveting episode. Yeah, it's a I know it's all a hoax by the Democrats. I know, guys. It's Democrats. So yeah, another riveting episode of the Afternoon Woke Up. We appreciate all of you guys that have been here hanging out, and the super chats from I Am 2Fly. Yours every day are always appreciated. Thank you so much. We appreciate from NYC as well. Am I missing someone who else gave a?
I thought Grand Regent Thrag gave one.
It's Grand Regent Thrag. I appreciate you as well. And if I'm missing anyone, I do apologize. But we appreciate.
I don't know, but shout out to Michael Nemo also for all the super chats he's always given. I don't think he did today though. But shout out to Michael Nemo. I got no smoke with Michael Nemo at all. At all.
Is Michael Nemo in the chat?
No.
No.
But I saw him recently. I saw him somewhere.
Oh, well. Michael Nemo. Anyway, appreciate all of you guys. Be back here tomorrow again for the Afternoon Woke Up at 2 p.m. Central Standard Time, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We'll be back for more topics and things like that to hang out with you guys. So if you liked what you saw here today, go ahead and hit that subscription button and the like button. It helps us out. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to come on by and get us some more viewers. We appreciate that as well. You could subscribe to Chillmonger's channel individually and mine individually. And check out some of these other content creators that are out here. We had Dre Mac Show was in here today. You can check out the Spoiler Kings. You can check out Marcus, who streams with us on Thursdays for the Pantheon. Back of the Bus. Check out all those creators. A lot of people doing a lot of great things. As I always say, like, subscribe, share with your friends, and we will see all of you guys in the next one. We should have an outro. So peace out.
Thank you for being a friend.
Oh, yeah.
Travel down the road and back again.
Hey, so we started from the bottom, now we're here, girl. Oh, yeah. This is my part right here. Ooh, if I did everything, the biggest gift, the biggest. Thank you for being my friend. Oh, yeah. Hallelujah.